Last time on D&D, you guys did a bunch of really cool shit. So you came back and realized that the goblins were dead. You saw that Telgi, she was missing, and the rest of them, they're eliminated. So you did some really good tracking. You figured out that there were a bunch of humanoid creatures. You kind of tracked it down to the humans. You followed them. You crossed a river. You lost a panther. You found a panther. You ended up by the ocean. So you ended up visiting Florpy the fisherman, who taught you how to fish and gave you some information, and also was attacked by apes. Lo and behold, King Kong came down and smashed Panther in the face, so Panthy did not survive. Wow. And from there, you guys went back to the village to kind of rescue Telgi. You got inside, and they were none too happy that Varys had burned their knight captain, so they kind of put you in jail. Cam escaped, pulled what was probably the coolest YOLO in D&D history, takes the mayor hostage and walks him into the barracks into a pile of guards, gets the shit kicked out of him, and thrown in jail with the rest of them. From there, what was her name?
Telgi?
Yeah, Telgi was in there with you. Barella the farmer, wanted you to go and rescue her sister. So by just invoking her name, that being Lara, the knight's captain let you out, and you went out and you found her. She was stuck up in a tree. She's no boar hunter, apparently. She's not so good at it. So she was caught in the tree, and you saved her. You figured out that she had a family heirloom stolen from her, so you brought her back to town safe and sound. Went back, got her heirloom from the bandits who you tried to negotiate with, but your loose cannon Varys decided arrows beat words. So he went ahead and shot one of those bandits dead, and from there, all hell ensued. You found some gold, which who knows if you'll be able to use it, and you found the engraved bow. From there, you wanted to kind of hit the hay, take a little rest. You were unfortunately molested by a couple ogres, but not too bad. They only lightly patted you a little bit, gave you a couple light taps, but you guys were good, and you took your long rest, and that's where we are now. So you are, completely recovered. I want to say you're about an hour and a half roughly north of town, and there you are. So you guys can take it away. You're good. It is it's morning time. So let's say it's like 8 a.m. Sun is shining, nice, wonderful day out here where we're at. And what do you guys want to do? Well, you're figuring that out. So, all right. So that's where you guys are at. You're woken up and you're ready to roll. There's your port and rolls. A critical success. Very nice. Wow. And what will definitely be a failure for any check or attack roll. So very nice. Very nice. So you are portented up.
How's my meat doing?
Meat?
I guess the alligator meat, yeah, or the croc meat.
Oh, it's still okay. You figure you've probably got about another day till you need to eat it. So if you guys are hungry and you want to eat it, feel free. Next time you take a rest, cook it on the fire.
Well, I was going to say, before we head on down the trail, can I smoke mine and turn it into croc jerky?
Sure. Yeah, you guys
life.
have the fire. I'll let you retcon it. If you wanted to smoke it overnight while you were sleeping,
yeah,
kind of stick it on a spigot.
Yeah, just to smoke a rack and smoke it out.
You were carrying your own?
I made some out of Mother Nature. It's actually pretty easy to do.
I'm confused.
Oh, you mean the meat? Yeah, I had 15.
Yeah.
15 pounds worth.
Okay, because I've got 55.
Yeah, everybody else I think gave him I just didn't get around to doing it.
While during the long rest, I also changed one of my prepared spells.
So you're taking Featherfall?
Featherfall, Oversleep.
All right, sounds good. Let it be done.
All right, so I now have croc jerky.
But yeah, so let's say you lose.
Like 15 pounds worth. You want me to
let's say
out like 10?
Yeah. Let's say you lose a third of it, turning it into jerky.
All right, so I'll go down to 10.
Yeah.
Should I do that with the rest of the croc meat too?
Yeah, go ahead.
And now, would you say now that this will last indefinitely for me if I need it? Since it's been smoked and it's jerky?
Yeah. For the very long foreseeable future, it'll be good to go.
So we don't. All right, sweet.
Yeah, so you don't have to worry about it going bad. Yep.
All right, cool.
So 36 pounds of jerky. Can I just turn that into like 36 rations?
Yeah, sure. In fact, yeah, do the same, Dub. Just beef jerky rations or beef jerky rations.
10 crock 10
yeah,
crock jerky.
you guys are stocked up on food. You're feeling pretty good.
Each ration is like a pound anyway. So
yeah, I've got 12 rations and then 10 crock jerky.
There you go.
10 pounds crock jerky.
I mean, I'm not going to micromanage you guys. As long just knock that down every once in a while. You know, maybe every time you take a rest, say you eat a ration or two.
I was just going to say maybe what we could do is when we close up for the night, for the overnight, when we kick off the next day, either use one ration or 2 of the crock or whatever.
Sure. Yeah, I'm fine with that.
Also handed Argus back his dictionary.
Oh, we found it. Good.
It was in his pack somewhere. He had to dig it out, you know. It happens.
He loses things in his robes.
I mean, it's not necessarily mine. It's just the groups. If you want to carry it, you can.
Yeah, I already have comprehend language. If we get separated, you might need it.
And a clarifying point on comprehend language. So comprehend language lets you understand them, and it lets we're going to say that if you cast it on them as well, lets them understand you. So he's speaking his language, you're speaking your language, and you're understanding each other. So you cannot speak their language. They can understand your language while you're speaking it. And that's going to be an important part. So if you had a book with their words, you wouldn't necessarily know how to pronounce or say them.
Okay.
You would be able to communicate with each other, but it's not like you all of a sudden can speak their tongue. So just throwing that out there.
I can understand the written word, but I don't necessarily know how to say it in their language.
Exactly. Like, so you could read it, but you wouldn't be able to pronounce it. So if somebody said, "What's the password?" and you knew how it was written, you wouldn't be able to say it back to them. You would be like, "Oh, it's this," and hold it up. Okay, cool. All right, cool. So yeah, you guys are doing your thing, and you know.
All right, so next morning, so I guess as a group, we're going to want to go back to town now to turn in the bow that we promised on Varus's, what do he call it? On his honor?
Scout's honor, apparently. Tequila honor.
His ranger honor.
Yep.
What about his ranger honor?
Remember, he swore an oath on his honor while in prison that he would retrieve the sister and bring her back and blah 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 and sister's back. But now we promised the sister we bring Lara. We promised her we bring the bow back.
Yep. Think we're on our way there anyway.
Yep. So I guess put us at the gate, whereas Varus and I will be hiding in the woods as a safety precaution.
All right, so hold on. So what are we doing? You guys are approaching the town?
Yeah, the three of them, Argus, Draven, and Jaros, are going to be at the gate, I think, right? And then Varus and I will be off into the tree lines, just kind of hiding on the edge there, observing. So out of sight from them, but enough where we can see the gate and what happens at the gate.
Okay, understood. All right, we're
fair enough.
back.
I think that's good, right?
All right, we're back in the village.
Yep.
So you guys can see the village, right? You're good?
Yes.
All right, so you guys are there, so feel free to make your way to the gate. And as you approach, and so tell me who... Okay, so Cam, you and Varus, you're going to stay out at the tree line. You other guys are going to approach. So the knight that you met before is kind of like watching guard, and he sees you, and he flags you over. He kind of flags you over to say over here. And he says, "Friends, come here.
What's up, Jacob?"
So, you don't understand what he says. So he shouts to you, hey, but you don't speak his language, so. Are you taking out your phrase book? What are you doing?
I mean, I'm looking at Draven.
Fine, comprehend language.
As a ritual?
Uh-huh. He could sit there and wait for a minute.
All right. Well, he has some time to approach, so he kind of flags you over, and you guys kind of meet. He sees you from the distance. because you know you got to cover quite a bit of ground. So you walk over casually, you meet him, and he says, "Welcome, friends, welcome. I have news for you."
What news is
Go
that?
on.
So some things have transpired since you left. So you know how what was his name again? The guard, Gregor.
No, Gregor was
It's
the
the
bandit.
Brandon.
Brandon
was
yep,
the knight.
Brandon.
The knight, yeah.
So you remember how Brandon helped you guys escape, right? Well, so the mayor found out about that, and he was none too pleased. So he threw Brandon in jail. So Brandon's sitting in jail right now with Telgi, and I don't know, guys.
That's not good.
Yeah, this town is going crazy now. Between that and General Crashlock coming here, we're just not having a good time.
So, what has been going on in the town?
I mean, basically just that. You saw that General Crashlock was here, and he was demanding that we give him gems, and so with with Brandon being arrested, I've been made interim head of the guard, so that's why I'm, kind of overseeing the front gate and, trying to do my best. I mean, I'm just a regular guy. I don't really know how to run the town like Brandon did. But one thing I will say is I don't think it's safe for you guys to come inside. The mayor was on a war path when you guys escaped, especially, I don't see him here with you. The guy who held him hostage, he was furious about that. He wants that guy's head on a spike. So it's probably good you don't bring him anywhere near eye shot. And, but we're in a bad position, with Brandon being locked up. I mean, we don't really have any sort of military organization. I'm certainly no leader. And Crashlock said he would be back in 1 day's time from now. And if we didn't have his gems, we were going to be sorry. And we don't have enough. We're like 300 gems short. And his army is just blocking the way to all our mines. So any way we would normally have to get the gems, we don't have right now. And we've tried to send scouts around, but none of them have come back. The ones we've sent to try to find alternate routes, it looks like they basically have us surrounded.
So let me get this straight.
Why would they do that?
Crashlock comes up to your town and extorts you for gems,
And then doesn't let
then
you get the
prevents you
gems.
from getting them.
Yeah, it's really
He
strange.
does not sound like a smart person.
Sounds like a dingus to me.
Yeah, no, I don't understand it either. Just between you guys and me, if I'm being honest, I think he just wants a fight. I don't think he wants to accept the gems. I think he's just looking for a fight right now, and I don't really understand why. I mean, we've always given him the gems. This is really the first time we've struggled, but just with all this conflict with the goblins, we just haven't been able to deliver. It's like, you give a guy all these gems for all these months and, go on, and then all of a sudden you can't make your payment one time, and this is what happens.
So, what does your dwarf friend think of this?
I don't know. He won't talk to me. He only talks to the mayor.
What was his name?
Don't you think that's a little weird?
No, I absolutely think it's weird. I mean, I agree with you. Everything has been super shitty in this place since he came. But, I mean, what can I say? The mayor likes him.
What
I
was
mean,
the
in
dwarf's
fact,
name?
His name? It's kind of hard for me to pronounce. It's Fusco, he says. Fusco. And that's a word that's in your language. Fusco. It's like a dwarven word. So he mangles the pronunciation. He's like Foscow or whatever. He doesn't know how to say it. But
So there are no mines around here that can provide enough, or any. Are there any mines around here that you can access?
no, he has them all blocked. The entrance.
Every last one of them.
Everyone that we know of, yes. All of our major mines that we use in our day-to-day production, the ones where we know where they are, we've cleared out all the monsters. There's the ones that we know we're safe to use. He has all of them guarded. So
What about anything that's not safe to use?
I mean, unfortunately, Brandon would know better than me. Again, I'm just a guard. Think about if you were just a guard in the army and you were all of a sudden promoted to run the entirety of all the town's operations and all the logistics of. He's like, I just don't know. I just know that the ones that we normally use we cannot access.
So how are you preparing now if you're not going to be able to pay Crash Lock?
We've been fortifying. Honestly, we've been stocking up weapons. We've been doubling the guard. This is going to sound really sad, but some of the elderly and even like the shopkeepers, we've been giving them spears and swords and practicing fighting in the marketplace for when they come. Because trust me, if I know Crashlock, he'll come.
Have you ever thought of just putting him in jail?
Crashlock?
Yeah, you just put him in jail.
Have you lost your mind? He has an entire army of orcs. He must have 30 or 40 orcs with him right now. And he's got ogres. He's got an army. We're but just a small village. We can't stand up to an army. We barely could fight the goblins, and half of our town guard that we had was killed in the goblin fights. So we're very lightly staffed right now. We wouldn't have a chance to fight Crashlock. If he wanted to, he could kill everybody in this village. We're doing the best we can.
Does he know that what he's doing is against the law? That's the question.
I guess when you say law, you might not understand how things work around here. Crashlock is the law.
I don't quite like that.
Well, listen, let me tell you, I don't like it either. But here's the problem, right? So we have to pay them the red gems. So originally, when they first came looking for red gems, we resisted. And we used to have a different mayor. He's not mayor anymore. They killed him. So our head of our city council became mayor, and he's running the town now. But you don't want to mess with Crashlock. He doesn't fuck around. He's a very dangerous man.
So do you know where Crashlock is right now?
Honestly, I'm not sure. His troops are all around. They're patrolling, and it's only safe to assume that he's somewhere relatively close. All of our mines are to the west and to the south, so you'd probably be okay if you left town going to the north or the east. I've sent scouts in a pretty wide circle to try to get to the mines, but none of them have come back, so I don't know what happened. Maybe he just has guards at the entrance to the mines. I'm not sure, but I got the impression he was just looking for a fight.
Okay. So you mentioned that you wouldn't know if there were any potentially less than safe mines in the area, but your guard captain Brandon would. So what say you just go ask him for us?
Okay. I think that would be reasonable. So you want me to ask him if there are some unsafe or unused mines that you might be able to sneak off to?
The way I see it, you guys may know of some less than safe mines, and we may be able to get more access than your local miner would.
Oh, I'm sure.
So
you guys look like very strong adventurers from what we've seen of you.
Perhaps also these more dangerous mines are less mined and would have more resources in them.
Sure.
And if we could procure those resources, perhaps Crashlock would leave you alone for another period of time.
Yeah, if only. And, all right, I'll go. So he disappears.
Hey, Jacob. Whoa, Jacob, before you leave.
Oh, okay. Yep. What's
up?
I'm
calling back.
Yep, he's back.
On your way to the prison, can you just swing by the farms and ask Laura to come out here and talk to us for a minute?
Yeah. I can do that.
Thanks.
So he disappears, and then you notice that Laura comes out, and he comes back. And he says, "Friends, I have great news." And he says, "Shh, keep it down. The mayor was looking at me as I went into the prison." So I have good news.
Captain, surely you have a duty to do there.
Say that again?
I said you're the new guard captain. You should definitely have access to the cells.
Yeah, the mayor's just been acting so strange lately. I don't know, but so Brandon says that he knows of one mine that's over by the sea that's been flooded and abandoned. That's the only one he can think of.
Yes, we've heard of that one.
You've heard of it? Oh, how come you guys didn't mention it when I was talking about mines?
Well, we thought you already knew about it, and maybe
no.
it was also being guarded.
Oh no, I don't know about it. Nope. I just a regular guard. I don't really honestly know a whole lot of information. Now Brandon knows about all the mines and all the routes, and he has the guard patterns, and he does a lot for this town. In his role as head of the guards, he's almost like head of the guards, and also kind of the head of all mining production as far as the security and clearing the mines out of any monsters. He does all that.
I have one additional question.
Sure.
Then I'll let other people go ahead. Do you know what's being planned in regards to Telgi, the goblin?
It seems that she's set to be killed sometime in the next 2 days.
Ooh, don't like that one.
Yeah, I don't like it either. We've been trying to talk some sense into the mayor, but he just has a look in his eyes. It's like we're talking to a brick wall. And he won't listen. I'm personally fed up with it.
What do you make of that, Draven?
I'd have to really take a look at his eyes if you think that there's could be something there that you're seeing a glint of something. I might be able to take a look at him and determine something.
I wish I could bring you into town, but I fear that if you guys come into town as escaped convicts, that he would probably just throw you back into jail. But listen, I'm almost certain if you guys could bring us the gems we need to pay off Crashlock, the mayor must come to his senses and realize you're a valuable asset to this town. I can't possibly fathom him not doing that. So, consider this a favor to me and to the town, and I promise you I will do my absolute best to make sure that you are treated fairly, and that if you guys are fond of Telgi, I'll see if I can have her released. And then you see that Laura has walked through the gate. She comes through, and
do we give her back the bow?
You have not given her the bow yet.
I take the bow off my shoulder.
And you give it to her? She says,
yeah.
Oh, thank you. She grabs it. Oh, this is it, my family's bow. Thank you so much. She gives you a hug. She kind of tries to wrap her arms around you, but you're a bear guy. You're pretty big. So she says, oh, you're too kind. Thank you so much.
I just smile and say, you're welcome.
I have something for you guys, but unfortunately I don't have it with me right now. I would have to go get it and dig it out. It's in our family farm, and it's locked away. It's a hidden asset of ours. I would be more than happy to give it to you when you guys return. Oh. And then
Thank you.
Unless, I'm going to go dig it out right now, and I'm going to share the good news with Barella, unless you guys have anything else to talk about.
Sheros?
I had a question about these gems.
Sure.
This is more of a technical question, to be honest with you, but it's been on the tip of my brain for a while.
Of course.
At what size is one gem, like one unit of gem? Because I assume, I mean, they're rocks, right? Rocks come in a variety of sizes. So when you say we need to get X number of gems, what does that mean?
I want to say like roughly the size of a thumb. She holds out her thumb. Maybe about half a thumb, she says, as she kind of holds out her thumb and measures it. There can be extra gems that are worth more or less, but generally a gem is a gem.
Okay, all right. I guess that's all right. Fine with me.
Laura,
anyone else?
I do have a question for you, Laura.
Sure.
I noticed when we were in the town earlier on our way to the prison, I thought I could see a cart with hay on it in your farm.
Yes, yes.
Do you make trips with that cart outside of the gates ever?
We used to. We used to have a very vibrant trade with the goblins. We used to trade them our vegetables and some hay, and they used to trade us boar meat. As you can tell, I'm not so good at hunting the boar. I tried. I'm a pretty good shot with the bow, but those goblins really have it down to more of a science than an art. And really, unfortunately, I just couldn't get a hang of it. So yeah, ever since this war has taken place, everything is out of sorts. And unfortunately, part of what we would normally give to General Crashlock is boar meat. We would give gems and boar meat and some fruits and vegetables. They would take a lot of different things from us. And I don't want you to get the impression it's one-sided. They would give us things as well. It was a bit of a trade, but in my opinion, very unfair. We were basically getting a third of the price, maybe less, for our items.
Okay, thank you. That's all.
All right, so she bows, thanks you again, and goes back into the town. All right, so she's digging out the reward, so it's going to take her a little while to find it amongst her things. It's probably pretty well hidden.
Now?
She said it's going to take a little while, so you probably should go do what you're going to do, and when you come back, she'll have it ready for you.
Okay.
And then he does point out. He says, if you guys want to help us and get those gems, it would be great. But don't forget, Crashlock will be here, and he said 1 day's time, and this was a while ago. So I imagine you've probably got until nightfall tonight to return. I mean, if you would if you would do us that favor, I would be so grateful. I promise you, I will do my absolute best to talk to the mayor, and I'm sure we can work something out. How could he possibly be angry at the adventurers who saved the town?
Yep. Well, we'll see. The plan is just crazy enough to work. Or fail horribly, but let's pray that it's the first one.
All right, he thanks you. Says I'm going to go back and do some planning just in case either you don't return in time or Lord General Crashlock is unreasonable.
I whisper to Argus and Jaros, "Hey, you guys remember the way back, right?"
Mm-hmm. Well, of course.
Link me the skill that remembers your way back.
Okay.
I remember everything always. There you go. You have an excellent memory. You could always recall the general layout. So there you go. You feel that you could get back there in roughly 2 hours' time if you wanted to get back to our friend Florpy.
Better hope.
Oh man.
Is that where you guys are going?
It as well.
We have Phil and Cam and Varys real quick.
Yep, fill them in on the way. Boop, there you go.
So, Camulus, Varys.
What to do?
You remember that cave that you guys wanted to go visit before?
Yes.
Oh, of course.
That's where we're going.
All right.
Oh,
all right,
finally
so
something we can agree on.
So you see Florpy sitting at the edge of the pier, just casting away. He's got a bucket of fish he's caught.
On the dock of the bay. What?
That's what he's doing. He's sitting on the dock of the bay.
So, also, one little caveat. We're looking for gems. You guys have a problem with that?
Oh, really?
Yes.
Well, I could use some gems. That's a great idea to me.
Yep. And what was it? 300? 300 gems?
300 is the magic.
Yep. 300 of them are going to the town, but we keep the rest.
wall to the town. Didn't they arrest us and cast us out?
They did, but I think there's some. Well, Draven could probably explain it better than I can.
Who's better buy us our freedom from working that hard?
Draven, can you explain the funky business that we think's going on with the mayor?
We think the mayor may be charmed by Fusco, the dwarf, his all of a sudden new advisor that came a couple weeks ago. It's a possibility. I'll have to research a little more, but I remember reading something about this back in my divination school days. So I'll have to research a little bit, but I'm pretty sure I could determine if there's any sort of shenanigans going on that would cause the mayor to maybe not be acting under his own accord.
Do a magic check whenever you get near him.
So you think that he acted the way he did because he is under some sort of influence?
Mm-hmm.
It's what it sounds like. And Jacob the Knight was also, kind of hinting at, he didn't seem quite right and something was off, but he couldn't quite place it. It may be magic.
Well, Jacob was the one that kind of started the whole thing.
No, Jacob was your buddy. He was the guard up front.
Gate guard.
Okay. That wasn't
Brandon. Brandon
the
is the one who started the thing. But really, you started the thing when you burned him. Just saying.
Sure.
So.
Well, okay. We have to help this guy. Then we have to do what we can and maybe clear our good names.
All right, Jaros, you're missing from the map, but I guess it's not a big deal. I'll assume you're there.
Yeah, I'm up there.
I don't see you, but okay. All right, there you go. All right, so you guys are here. And Florpy notices you coming and says, "Hey, me friends, hello." He walks over. Well, I guess you guys came to his pier. So he's at the end of the pier. He reels in. He puts his pole down. He's ready to talk. What can I do for you, friends?
Florpy, you remember the abandoned underwater mine that you told us about last time?
I do. Yes, of course.
We're interested in going to check it out. Can you tell us the fastest way to get there?
Oh, I'll take you right to it. Do you guys want to go now? Do you want to fish a while? He says the fish have been biting
We have
today.
no time to fish them.
Oh,
Unfortunately.
my friends, you never have time to talk to old Florpy. All right, let me get
we'll
my
talk
things.
to you on the way.
Great idea. This cave, it's pretty close though, probably about a 5-10 minute walk. So let me get me things. He goes inside his hut. He grabs a few things. Puts away his fishing tackle. He takes his fish that he's caught. He starts kind of cooking them on the fire. He said, "These will be delicious when I get back." And then, boop, he starts walking.
Little did Florpy know he would never return to his hut.
Florpy, those fish are going to be way overcooked by the time you get back there, buddy.
So.
He's smoking them.
All right, so we're walking. So you guys got 5 minutes till you're there. It's an awfully nice day, friends. Don't you agree? Just beautiful weather today.
Is it?
It is. The sun. Can't you see? It's shining very brightly. Oh, it's so nice and warm today. Oh.
Florpy, do you know how much coastline there is on this island?
Well, all of it is coastline, friend. What? I don't understand the question.
How long would it take you to navigate around the entire island?
Oh, I've never done it. I imagine it would probably take you 3 or 4 days to walk the whole island.
Do you have a boat?
A boat? No, I don't have a boat.
Have you ever been to the mainland?
I have not. I was born on this island, and this hut that I have was my father's hut before me and his father's before him.
So you don't know much about the mainland, huh?
Well, I didn't say that. I do know some things about the mainland. I've never been there, but I've seen many a traveler who've come here who have told me stories.
Like what?
That is a great question, and he lights up and smiles that somebody's asked him about the mainland. He says, Oh, from where we are, across the way, there's a pretty big orc encampment. I don't know exactly how to say it, but I think it sounds like Kakaskad. And that's where General Crashlock is from.
Wait, say the name of that place again?
Kakaskad. He'll type it out for you. I don't name it. I think it's crazy, but it's Kakaskad. Lol, pretty funny name, right? Anyways,
Elder Scrolls music?
it's just fantasy music in general. While we walk to the cave. So anyway, so Florpy says, "Yeah, that's the only real place I've ever seen people come from. I imagine it's probably the only place that's on the coast that comes to travel here. So we have a trade that we do with them. Every once in a while, Crashlock and his orcs will stop here, and I will trade them fish for supplies from the mainland."
What kind of supplies do they trade with you for the fish?
It's never a very great trade, but I have lots of fish, so I don't mind sharing. They have weapons that they've traded, and various supplies, fruits that we don't normally get over here.
By chance, a net?
They do have nets. They have quite a lot of things. The climate over there is very different. It's very tropical. They have these fruits that I love to eat. They're yellow and they're long and they're delicious. He's talking about bananas.
What?
Have you? So you have those? Any of those around?
I have some in me hut. A couple. Why? I don't get it.
That explains everything.
The monkeys.
They wanted your bananas.
Oh yes, I just General Crashlock was just here not only 2 or 3 days ago, and he brought me a fresh pile. I had a whole pile in me hut. Thanks for asking. I didn't know that. I didn't know that those creatures liked those fruits, but I'll know for now to keep them hidden and tucked away so that I don't get attacked again. Hi, you see, guys? Full circle. 360, baby. All right, so you guys are pretty close to the mine entrance. So he says, "All right, we're basically here, friends. This is potentially dangerous inside. So Florpy's gonna just leave you here. Are you guys good to find your way back?"
Yeah, probably.
Great. So I wish you the best of luck, and come see me again sometime if you have more time. And so, are you guys ready?
Yeah.
Yep.
Let's get ready to rumble.
All right. Do me a favor, and you see the highlighted section right here? I'm clicking 1 second.
Yeah, scroll up to find it.
There you go. I should have pinged you to it. Yep, put yourselves there in the light part. All right, so you have entered the cave.
Holy shit, it's a big map.
This is a gigantic map. This is a huge cave that he's taken you to. This
I'm trying to get its size proportionally on my screen.
You got to go way out. But yeah, you can zoom in and we'll take you around. Be able to find your way.
I got it.
As Orgus steps into the cave, he sniffs the air.
All right, so what do you smell? So it's definitely more damp and musty than the last cave. You smell.
I hope so. It's flooded.
Yeah, you smell bats, and you see like stalagmites, stalactites. You're pretty sure there's bats in here. What else do you smell? I think other creatures have rolled through. You're not exactly sure what. Quite a few things have come in and out of this cave before. And
so is the entrance to the cave technically behind us then? Or
yep, so you've walked it right there, and you let me reveal a little more. You get light through around, let's say,
I mean, I can see up to 60 with my.
Yep. So you can see to around here.
Okay, so it's totally dark in there. There's no cracks in the ceiling letting light through or anything.
Nope, completely dark, completely sealed mine. So
Does this appear to be man-made, or does this appear to be au natural?
It's au natural.
All right, so no torches along the wall.
Nope, no torches along the wall. But I promise
Okay.
you will encounter man-made things someday.
I need to get me a lantern.
Yeah.
Or the light spell.
I get light
cantrip.
spell next level, so.
Oh yeah, that would be sweet.
Yeah. All right. I'll strike a torch.
If I was a cleric. Oh. Hey, wait, we have a cleric.
Yeah.
You seem to have
You
a
don't
cleric.
happen to have the light cantrip, do you?
Nope.
Of course you didn't. You're a fucking elf, aren't you?
Not that kind of cleric. Sorry, don't need that. I can see in the dark with my special eyes.
Indeed. All right, so y'all are here and you can see. So what are we doing? Who's leading this charge? Cam, you leading ahead?
So guys, if you'd like, I can go ahead and creep forward a little bit, see what might be up ahead and around the bend.
Oh, be my guest.
So, Draven,
Mm-hmm.
is your hand doing its job?
Oh, the mage hand holding it up in the. Yeah, so the ceilings are
Discount
not.
drift globe?
The ceilings aren't terribly high. You have about, let's say, 30-foot ceilings, much lower than the other place you were at.
Also,
So
What
I
I wouldn't give for a drift globe right about now.
I have to stay within 30 feet of my mage hand. Should I just get another icon out here?
Yeah. Do you want to do that? Just drag another one of you.
should make a torch token.
Yeah, you know what? I'll make a torch token, and I'll let you guys be able to control it.
That'd be kind of cool.
Yeah, for next time we'll do that. All right, so Cam, roll me a stealth. I'm assuming you enter the room.
I'm up against the wall, just kind of, stand out the middle, just kind of using the walls as a bit of a guide, even though I can see in the dark. But that way, I have one piece of security next to me.
All right, go ahead and enter the room. You can enter the room. You've looked into it, so you guys see a really interesting thing here as you enter the room. You see a shitload of dead bats. Tons, just like tons of dead bats. Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. About a dozen dead bats.
Looks like the samurai have been here, maybe, or someone. They look fresh.
Looks like somebody has been through here.
They look fairly fresh. These bats have been killed, let's say, within at least 2 hours of now. And just from looking at them, you're going to spend a little time, I'm assuming? Or do you want to investigate?
Am I supposed to be able to see the aura on Draven's torch?
Let me see.
Does he have one?
I do have one, yeah.
So
Yeah, well,
I don't see one.
all right. So what do I have to change the token?
Mm-hmm. On the advanced page, there's the
Yeah.
checkboxes.
But what layer are you on? I'm on the object and token layer, and I can't click on Draven.
Did Draven add his own?
I did. That's probably,
He did,
probably
but
the problem.
his token's not set up properly to show them.
Oh,
I can't click on any of your characters.
You're on the wrong layer then.
It says I'm on the object and token layer.
Are you though? I think we've had this conversation before.
No, I mean I'm changing it. I can't select any of your tokens. What is going on? I can't select any tokens. Why?
Are you sure you're on the right layer?
I mean, it literally says objects and tokens. Now I'm on the GM layer. I can't select you. Now I'm on the objects layer. I can't select you. What is going? I can't select anything.
I guess you need to reload.
All right. All right. Okay, now I can select you. All right. So settings, advanced. Okay, aura, save changes. All right, can you guys see it now?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay, cool. My bad.
Can we tell kind of the cause of death? Is it like more of like a thin katana slash? Or big
Roll
axe
invest-
slash or
Roll investigation.
crossword?
Investigate it. Everybody roll investigation. You're all checking out these bats.
Yeah, I already did.
Can I instead roll medicine or animal handling?
Sure.
Should have done that.
Draven, you think these things were just sliced clean in two. Some sort of blade just... It was almost surgical. All of these things seem to just be cut down the middle. Whoever did this was an expert.
Are they regular bats or giant bats?
Giant bats.
Oh.
And there's a bunch of dead giant bats.
We got a regular Shomaru around on our hands over here.
All right, and from here, you guys notice...
Careful moving the torch so far forward.
All right, so you can see through here. You see a path to the left and a path to the north.
Well, guys, which way do you want to go? I can check out straight ahead to the left.
I can go up north, take a quick look.
I wouldn't send both.
No?
You really only need one of you to go.
Well, I think they were going
one
different
path
directions.
at a time,
Right.
just in case.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
Cam go left, and then...
All right, Cam, you're going left?
Yep, going left.
All right, you see to here, to the end of this. You got to keep going. All right, you're entering in here. All right, roll me another stealth. All right, you see these guys. Right here.
Whoa.
These
What
guys.
the fuck?
Owl
Owl
bears.
Yeah, they're half owl and they're half bear.
No.
You see them, and they smell you.
Oh, fuck.
Roll for initiative.
That's interesting because I'm half bear and half man. We should get along, or at least our bear halves.
Careful, they might want to mate you.
They might want to mate you.
Why is it always got to be sexual with you people? You got some sexual tension built up that you got to deal with.
With owls and bears, apparently.
Rocking that zero.
Why you got to make this weird?
It's only awkward if you let it.
All right, is everybody in?
1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, it looks like everybody's 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep.
That big owlbear really roll a 0?
Nope. He rolled an 8. There we go.
You're
All right, looks
using
like
the macro I made for you, are you?
I was just clicking the button. All right, Cam, you are first.
All right, I am going to do a movement back. Hold on, though. And I'm going to let everybody know, guys, there is some sort of creature, four-legged, in here. There's a handful of them. And I think they're coming towards us.
All right, Argus.
Oh boy. Takes out his warhammer and stands right there.
Are you readying an action?
Yeah, he's gonna ready a warhammer attack to the next thing that comes within melee range. Reluctantly.
Right, we got Owlbear. Where do these guys move? 40 feet?
Zeros, if you wanna make me a harder target to hit, I wouldn't turn it down.
Yoink!
Thing.
Owlbear. He's moving in. And that's all he can do. Varus. You see an owlbear. Half owl, half bear. He's more like 80% bear, owl head.
Okay. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and pull that multiverse power on him.
The power of the multiverse!
Well, wait, does Argus want to try to talk to a possible kin?
Nah.
Nah.
Yeah.
Nah, they're not beasts, so I'm not gonna speak with animals with it.
All right. You hit. You do 5 damage, 8 damage. He takes it. He's none too happy.
Bam.
All right, Lil Owl Bears.
I mean, he doesn't have to be happy about it.
All right, they're gonna bring up the rare here, so they're gonna go here, and that's all they can do. Draven.
All right, I'm going to fall in line down here, get a clear shot for a magic missile on the big owlbear.
The big one?
Yep.
All right, he takes 15 damage, right?
Yep.
Ouch.
Nice.
He's none too happy. Daros with your 0 initiative. Get it.
Heck. All right, you know what it is. You know how it goes. I on Argus.
You broke up.
What are you doing on Argus? All right, you get +2 AC.
That's it.
Sounds good. Cam?
Well, actually, I'm
Oh,
sorry.
okay.
I can use a cantrip because that was a bonus action.
Use a cantrip.
Hell yeah, cantrip on the big mofo over here.
He's got to make a dex saving throw.
Or takes
DC 13.
Erp.
He makes it.
All right, nothing happens.
All right, Cam,
Dick.
get him.
All right, go longbow.
All right, you hit. He takes 8 damage. You guys are making quick work of this guy.
Hey, that wouldn't be a sneak attack since he's
Now he sees you.
yeah.
You've got
so
a
we're
torch
alive.
right, basically right next to you.
Yeah.
All right, Argus.
I'm gonna bring up my shield and use dodge as my action.
All right, you're standing your ground. All right, Owlbear comes in. Roar! All right, he's gonna beak you first. So tell me, when you take the dodge action, he gets disadvantage?
Yep.
Your armor class is a
20.
All right, take 9 piercing damage.
The fuck?
Disadvantaged and still. Oh.
Yeah. He's gonna claw you.
Reiki.
All right, claws miss. Varys.
All right, I'm going to do a longbow attack.
Get him. You hit. Ouch. 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 Oh, you're breaking my heart. Oh, he is severely bloodied. He's got a little broken heart. All right, baby owlbear, say no, mama, no. Unfortunately, they can't fit through this cavern. You have choke pointed them, so they're just going to stand here. All right, Draven.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah, they can't get through. Very smart spot to fight them.
Yeah, I'm gonna firebolt Mama.
All right, you hit her for 7 damage. Ugh, don't you have any sympathy? These baby owlbears are going to have no mama soon.
Argus is filled with sympathy, except the part that was just beaked off of him.
Yaros.
Yeah, that was not great. Oh. I'm just gonna attack this guy with, flame, as I do.
Sacred Flame, he makes the dex saving throw.
Alright, nothing
And
happened.
you burn him alive. Owlbear mama is dead.
Oh,
Oh,
nice.
nice.
Cam. Gonna shoot a baby bear?
We're gonna go after the north one.
Get him.
So that
Oh
one,
man.
Yep.
They may run away after seeing their mom die.
They got nowhere to run. You miss.
I mean, you can always cower. Cowering's fun.
Argus.
Dodge action.
All right, baby owlbears want vengeance. They're jumping on top of over their mom's corpse. Roar! All right, they're making beak attacks. AC of 20.
Mm-hmm.
All right, beak
They do
attacks both.
disadvantage.
Yep. Beak attacks both miss. All right, now they're going to try to claw you. All right, baby bears did nothing. Varys.
All right, I'm going to go ahead and Plenty of Warrior this one up here.
Get him. The power of the multiverse. I'm going to need you to say it every time.
Oh.
I want you to roll another attack.
Okay.
Another longbow.
It's because he didn't call on the power.
Nope, it's not why. Roll me one more.
So I'm going to shoot somebody else in the ass, probably.
You are probably going to shoot some. All right. Roll your damage. You hit Cam for 11 damage.
Why?
What the fuck?
Oh, I see.
He critical failed. He shot through 3 people at them. He stopped and he hit you, Cam. He just fucking arrowed you in the shoulder from behind. Yeah.
Jesus Christ. So I'm taking 11 damage?
You're taking 11 damage from your friend and compatriot. All right, this owlbear's dead, so we'll go and delete him from the turn order. Draven. Shot through the herd.
I'll shoot the same north.
I had to make a critical fail mean a thing. All right, he takes 4.
Well, that's awesome.
He says, "Ouchies,
That's
ouchies."
awesome. Yeah, because it wasn't you, asshole.
I don't like. Ouch! 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 All right, go ahead, Jaros.
And Sacred Flame on the top one. 2 damage.
He makes it. He's safe. Gamulus, you got sneak attack, buddy.
Alright, longbow.
North guy, you hit him.
Yep.
Roll your damage. Roll your sneak attack. Ah, you dick. You just shot him right through his little baby beak, and he's dead.
Aw.
Argus. I feel bad for him. He's half owl.
Also taking the dodge action.
All right. Owlbear's going again. He's like, my whole family, no. He's going to beak attack you.
You should just run away, man.
He's going to
You're
claw
doing this
attack
to yourself.
you. Oh, he's going to claw attack you for 6 damage.
Even with disadvantage? Holy shit.
Yeah.
Oh.
Varys.
Don't laugh. Don't laugh.
This is the easy part.
He Kamehameha'd you that time. He was mad. You killed his mom and his little brother.
I didn't kill shit.
Well, you being the collective you. Get out of the way and he'll fucking go kill Cam.
What the fuck?
I mean, you're the one who killed his brother. All right, Draven. Or no, Varys.
Yeah, go ahead and drop on
the power of the multiverse. Yep, yeah. Go ahead. I need you.
Draven flinches.
Yeah.
Cam ducks.
I'm gonna send it another arrow, by Cam's other shoulder towards that.
Get him.
Oh.
You do not hit. All right. Anything else?
Nope, that's it.
Draven. Finish off this baby bear. He put him out of his misery. All right. He is bloodied. Very bloodied. Jaros. You got some hurt teammates here.
Very true.
Or you could hit 2 damage of Sacred Flame. Bear don't mind.
But they're fine. 2 damage of Sacred Flame it is, or 5 damage.
He makes his dex saving throw. Oh, he miffs the shit out of it. He is sacredly on fire. All right, Cam, finish him off. You got sneak attack. Make it count. You hit. And you kill. Blah, 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 blah. All right, you guys have successfully murdered a entire family of owlbears. Good work.
Nice.
Good
so
work.
Varys can go ahead and just bring some good berries out. And,
bring them out.
Walks over to Cam and says, "Here you go. I'm sorry about that."
Yeah, while you're at it, can you get the arrow out my back?
Yeah, Varys rips it out and puts it back in his quiver.
All right, you get 1 extra arrow back. I mean, not for nothing.
How many did you give me?
10.
You gave me okay.
Nice, very nice, guys. There you go. Good fight. You made short work of those owlbears.
I think our bears look a little bit, a little in pain over there.
Varys is looking like he got pecked a couple times.
Varys, Argus.
Cam, while they're doing that, you gonna check out the cave?
Yeah.
All right, you go in and you don't notice anything anything discernible. You see like a red gem like here and there in the walls, but from how they describe this as a pretty densely populated cave, you don't think this is where most of the red gems are kept. You don't notice any sort of loot or anything either. This was just the owl bears kind of made their way to the corner of the cave and kind of made their little nest here, and some bones and shit.
Did you go any deeper?
Nope. Let me reveal for you. You see walls. So this is a closed cavern.
All right, guys. Well, this way is closed, so let's check out the other way.
All right, you guys are going north?
Yep, sounds good.
All right, you can see all the way to the end of this hallway. You see it makes a hard right. All right, Cam, are you leading the way? And if so, roll me another sneak.
Let me go up a little bit here. So we can see that far, or
you can see that it bends. So give me a sneak though before you get around the corner.
I'll go right up to here.
All right, yep, you're sneaky. So you want to round the corner?
Yep, peeking around the corner.
All right, you see that the cavern sits to the left, and it looks like it on the left path goes upwards. So you look like there might be another level up, and then you see that straight kind of goes straight, and you can see it kind of heads kind of downward. So this is a branching path.
All right, guys, go ahead and come up to me.
Well, before we go further, I'm gonna get some more good berries out and give them over to Argus. I'm gonna give you all 10.
Yeah, so Jaros, how many spell slots do you have?
I forgot we were level 3, so I'm leveling up right now, but I have got 3 first levels and 2 second levels. Saving the second levels to mass heal everybody, because I have a lot of very good.
It's up to you if you want to give me a heal or not. Otherwise,
I'll burn it first on you. Sure.
All right, cool.
So are you no good berries?
I'm gonna hold the good berries back then.
Okay, hold the good berries.
We'll see.
I mean, you can cast good berries
first
and they
level
last
spell is
for a
probably
while.
not going to be enough.
We'll see.
We'll see.
I want to
Well, I'm
stay.
asking.
10 healing.
Ooh, that's a nice little heal.
That's good heal.
Okay, I still need 5 more.
Do we want to go up, or do we want to proceed straight ahead?
I'll take. How
All right,
many good berries do you want to give me?
Or Cam, why don't you head to the halfway point and roll me a perception. Very nice. So you stop for a minute, you listen, and you really hear some sounds. You hear something that sounds like struggling and rustling and bustling from the north, and you think you hear faint running water from the south. Those are the two things you're picking up. So struggling from the north, rustling from the south, and looking up to the north, you can see that it bends that way, and to the south, you can see that it just continues to go down.
All right, well, guys, I hear what sounds like some distress up here toward the north, going up. And I hear what sounds like possible running water straight ahead.
Ooh,
all right, now
that was
you
a good thing.
you hear loud distress now.
Okay, so now
you hear like.
So the stress is starting to get a little bit more. Starting to get worse.
Which way towards the water?
Water straight ahead. The distress is towards the left.
I think we should check out the distress sounds. I mean,
Like,
who
does it
knows who
sound
these
like
people
animal?
are?
I can't quite make it out. Just sounds like
Yeah, it just sounds
something.
just distress.
Something's in trouble in the
Something's in
distance
trouble.
up north,
Oh, I mean,
or
we should
up the
figure
path
that out.
here.
We should probably go see what that's about.
So you want to peek around the corner again?
All right. So are you going through? So that this path leads to the next level.
Oh,
Is
maybe
there
we
a
should
level?
check out what's up here first then.
Well, yeah. I mean, I guess we're going to be going toward the distress. I think that was the party agreement. So,
Do we want to finish checking out this level we're on?
It's split level. Think of a ranched house. So think of the stairs when the entryway. One path's going up, one's going down. So the down is the way that was the straight path. The up is where you heard the distress. So the mind kind of splits. Caverns going in two directions.
Imagine
Gotcha.
the down part is the portion that's flooded. Maybe we should check out the dry section first.
Yeah, you did hear
Sure.
running water coming from the flooded part. Or
We can always
what you
check it on
just
the way
described
back.
as the flooded part.
Yeah, if we need to come back, we can always come back. But you guys.
Yeah, this
you
cave's
wanna
not going anywhere. It's
You
been
said
here
you
for
wanted to
hundreds of
see
years.
what the stress was. That's going to be up this way.
All right, you guys are going this way. All right, we're moving. We're moving. We're jumping and jiving. I'm gonna ping it for you. Yep, over here. Right there. Move over here. This is you're at the upper level. It's pretty open over there, but it tightens up over here. All right, so
Real tight.
it's super tight.
Okay, I guess probably want to put Argus in front.
So if we want to go by torch,
All right.
yeah, we can do that.
Cam, you want to sneak again?
Sure.
Are you leading the way? You guys tell me what you're doing.
Well, I mean, what do you guys want to do? You want Argus to take point from here on?
You're in a safe point.
Well,
You're
I
still
think-
kind of like in between the levels, so you haven't really.
I think you got enough acrobatics. You can probably jump back if there's a problem. I'd still stealth forwards. Check it out for us.
All right, I will continue forward.
I will make sure nothing attacks us in the back.
All right,
Yeah,
Cam,
sure.
you
Except for
notice
you.
a bunch more dead bats. So you see quite a few dead bats, and you notice a path to the north and a path to the south.
Is
I'm
this
going to do a
clearer?
quick investigation.
You don't hear any sound anymore. Go ahead. What are you investigating? Tell me.
I want to check to see how if these bats were killed the same way that the ones further back were.
You believe they were.
Okay. All right, guys. The path splits left or right. We got some dead bats up here that look to be killed the same way the other ones were. Which way do you want to go?
Is there any defining feature of either one of them that would give us any information as to which one we would want to go down?
Left curves, so I can't see too far down it, and to the right goes further than what I can see in the dark.
If you had to give each one an adjective, what would it be?
The south. Well, why don't you do a smell perception? Since you guys are sniffers. You smell death to the south. And you smell something you've never smelled before to the north.
Normal death or extreme death?
Extreme death.
So like rot, decay.
No, I wouldn't say rot or decay. You just
That's pretty much extreme death because that's
you
the-
smell just blood, just
so
amounts
something
of
more
blood.
like a fresh kill.
And familiar blood. You've just smelled something just like this. You think it's probably an owl bear. Cam, you want to peek around the
and
corner?
that's to our left.
So Argus wrinkles his nose at the smell and says, "There are probably dead owl bears to the south, and they're freshly killed."
I think we should go check it out.
All right, go take point. We'll back you up.
Oh,
All right, are you peeking? All right, you see this. You see an owl bear has been decimated, just absolutely sliced into little pieces. It has been shredded.
Oh, dude.
Bear kebabs.
It's disgusting. It's just been like its head has been sliced off. It's been absolutely shredded.
Oh man.
We should make friends with these guys.
does it look like the same kind of damage the bats took?
Oh man. Argus comes in. He's looking around the room. He's looking up on the ceiling. In
He
the
doesn't
corners
notice.
and nooks and crannies. He's looking for the person who did
Oh,
this.
there's blood splatter everywhere. This cave is
God.
Yeah,
filled
he's
with
just,
blood.
he just wants to make sure the room is empty.
The room is empty, but it is just absolutely filled with gore. Whoever did this just slashing and slicing and blood just flying everywhere. You know that scene in Pulp Fiction with the backseat of the car? That's this cave. Just everywhere. Blood and gore. Whoever whoever killed this was losing their patience.
So the bear did not commit seppuku.
Nope, the owlbear did not do this. It would unlikely be able to do this kind of thing.
Yeah, Argus gets
Let's
the
move
fuck
on.
out of there. Trying to step in as little blood as possible on the way out.
You can't help it. You got some
know.
blood paw prints going with you.
That's why I said as little as possible.
Bloop, bloop, bloop.
All right. Cam, you sneak in one more time?
Yeah, I'll go up.
All right. In fact, all of you join him. You guys, a little further. Jaros, come to about here. 1 second, let me get the reveal tool. Come to about here. Put yourselves in this room. And then you are going to behold something...
Can't really see the room, just the path.
Yep, I know. I'm going to open it for you.
Okay.
All right. You notice just about the last thing you thought you'd see. You see this. You see a fucking dragon. A gigantic dragon. And you guys stop. You are petrified.
I do not see a dragon.
Just kidding. You'll see in a second.
First,
It's
get the hide action.
fucking GM lair. Boom, dragon.
Oh shit.
And you see a woman, and she looks like, I'm going to point you to here, this.
It's like death.
I can only see part of that image.
Yeah, it's cut up pretty bad.
There. You see a woman wielding 2 swords and has a third one tucked in her sash. She is just absolutely bloodied. She's wearing a garment you've never seen before. It's like some sort of like robe dress thing. It's kind of like what maybe Draven would wear, but you've never seen a woman wear something like this before. And she is just covered in gore, just blood, and just
And she's alive still?
Oh, she's alive. Yeah.
Okay.
She's covered in other people's
She's covered in
gore.
other people's gore. You could tell that she's just absolutely doesn't
Well, I
look
wasn't
like.
sure if she was wounded herself. That's why I was asking.
Oh yeah, no, she does not look wounded at all. I need everybody to roll me an insight check, please. All right, we're missing Jaros.
Force is strong with me.
It is. All right, very good. All right, everybody but Cam and Jaros, you are absolutely terrified of what you're seeing right here. You look at her and you are just frightened. Between her and the dragon, you're just like your mouths are just wide open. You're like, You don't even know. You don't know what to say. You don't know what to do. You are just absolutely flabbergasted. Now I need you two who made that, Cam and Jaros, roll me a charisma check.
What, are we all afraid?
No, you guys aren't afraid. The rest of them are absolutely petrified.
What would my charisma be under? Would that be...
Charisma's just
No, we're not. We're all
one of
fine.
the buttons.
We're all quite fine. Nobody's feeling any kind of way, in fact. I suppress everyone's emotions, and we all feel pretty neutral towards this whole scenario.
I could take it or leave it.
This is fine, whatever.
Are they humanoid?
Is the person? Yeah, the person's humanoid.
No, like the elves in our party. Does that count as humanoid creatures?
Yes.
Yeah, they're
Anything
humanoid.
that walks
Yeah.
on 2 legs.
Oh, okay, cool.
All right. If a creature fails
Pretty
a saving
much.
throw, choose one of the following. You can suppress any effect causing the target to be charmed.
So clearly, everyone in the party is going to choose to fail the throw. Because why wouldn't they?
I mean, you're not charmed or frightened. You're petrified. You're past frightened. You have never seen anything like this.
All right, then I'm not going to blow a second.
Yeah, do not blow a
gonna
second
work.
on this. This is a monstrosity. And you don't understand because you see this woman standing there with her 2 swords. She's looking at this thing very calmly. And so you, Cam, you and Jaros, you're not frightened,
Do you happen to witness her doing any kind of magic of any kind?
She's done nothing yet. She's just standing there.
Okay.
She looks like just covered in gore. She looks like death incarnate. But you two, you are enamored by her beauty. She is just the most beautiful thing you have ever seen. You don't really understand it because she's covered in gore, but you're just absolutely fascinated and charmed by her. You're just like, wow. Oh, like your tongue, like their chins are a gap in that they're like petrified. Your chins are in a gap that she's like so attractive to you. All right, so that is what you guys are feeling. And then a thing takes place. She stops. You hear her take a really deep breath. Just a... And then she just, wham, runs in on this dragon as fast as you have ever seen somebody run. Why? No, I don't want to move them both at once. Here we go. She runs in on this guy, and she just starts... I'm going to describe her actions. She has her two swords. She brings them up like across in front of her, spins, stabs backwards into the dragon, does like a front flip, and just brings her swords up. And so she is making a fuckload of attacks on this thing. All right, wow. Yeah, she's just gore and just green blood is just flying out of this thing. Yeah, she's hit it 4 times. It then takes a swipe at her. Let's make her a step back. It takes a swipe at her with its dragon claws, tries to claw her, and misses. She just like dodges it very easily. It tries to claw her again, and again it misses. She then does the same thing. She's just stabbing and slicing. She is just like Uma Thurman. That is exactly what she's like. She stabs. Oh, she is goring this thing. It is bloodied now. It is very much bloodied. Now it charges up its breath attack. You could tell it's like charging up. It fires acid at her and she disappears. You don't know what happened. She's gone and then she's behind it. And then she again makes another flurry of attacks and she's just stabbing at it from behind. She does quite a bit of damage. You could tell it's in pretty bad shape. She then kind of dives under its legs, goes to attack it again, and this time it clips her. It sends her flying, smashes her into this wall. She lands arm first, and just, you could hear bones crunching, just smash. Her right shoulder hits into the cave, and her sword just goes flying out of her arm. She hits in such an impact. Cam, roll a dex save for me. You catch her sword. So you have it in her hand. You can see she's taken. She looks like just absolutely decimated. She looks like she's dead. She then, you wait a few seconds. She gets up, and then she looks at you. She looks for her sword, and then she looks at you, Cam. So she reaches her arm out. What are you gonna do? She reaches her empty arm without the sword out, and you have it. What are you gonna do? You cannot move. You feel like you cannot approach her.
I toss her sword back to her.
You're gonna toss it. Throw another dex. You're throwing.
You know how
it
dangerous
at her.
that is.
A katana, yeah.
Oh, all right. She's gonna make.
She's asking for it. She stood up. She's got her hand out.
She easily catches it, and then she goes back in on this thing one more time. She critical. Yeah. She just runs over to it, gets below it, just jumps straight up with both of her swords to her side and just whap right through it. Its fucking head flies off. It is dead. Just so that you know, this is a young black dragon of a challenge rating absurdly high. She single-handedly
She soloed the dragon.
She soloed the dragon kind of easily. you see her. She goes over here, and I'm gonna change the music. Battle music's over. So she goes over. There's like the dragon is dead on like a pile of like treasure and various shit, and it's just bleeding out. And roll insight. What do you guys know about black dragons? Have you heard about them? Well, let's
I don't think
insight.
that's what insight is.
History, Arcana. I don't care.
Or just straight intel.
Yeah, or straight intel. Whatever you prefer. Or Draven, you know. These things have an acid attack, and their blood is acidic. So, like, it's just melting shit. As it's, like, laying on this pile, the treasure's just melting. As it's just bleeding onto it, and it's just sizzling and boiling. She reaches into the pile. She grabs a sword that you guys have never seen. It's really long. It's like 3/4 of the length of her. It's it's like makes a long sword look like a toothpick.
So in other words, it's like a two-handed claymore.
But it's thin. It's like a katana, but really, really long. It's a gigantic weapon. It looks really interesting and ornate. And Cam, I said you couldn't move. Get your ass back. So she picks that up and she walks away.
Well, no, when I tossed it, I was here.
Oh, okay. Then you're there. Okay. So she walks. She stops in front of you, Cam, and she looks at you, and she pulls the sword and her waist out. She bows and kind of really low and puts her two hands out and hands it to you.
Oh God, she wants you to kill yourself.
Do you want to take it?
Yes, I accept and bow in return.
All right, you give it to her. She gives you guys.
I mean, she gives it to me.
Yeah, she gives it to you. Sorry, she gives it to you.
If she wants me to give it to her, I will.
Yeah, not quite. She gives you guys a quick bow, and then she just walks right past you, and she leaves. She doesn't say a word. She just walks by, and you guys are you're just so awestruck. You can't even process what you've seen. Somebody that you would have just described as a regular, standard, kind of frail-looking woman just destroyed something you know would have easily killed all of you. And then she's gone. She disappears.
So, how do you reckon this big-ass dragon got into this tiny little room?
Born
in here? How do you think its mama got in here?
Okay.
She had him at a young age.
Oh, are you going to do a perception on the room?
Oh, yes, absolutely.
Also, time's ticking, and that treasure's melting.
Yeah,
Cam, you look up, and you see there's a hole in the ceiling here.
Oh.
So this room, there's a hole out of this ceiling into...
So, guys, the dragon probably came in through this hole in the ceiling.
He figured it out. He sure did.
Describe this treasure. What are you talking about, treasure? I don't see any treasure around here.
Describe this hole, please.
Yeah, sure. I'm going to describe it. So there's a hole in the ceiling that's roughly about 30 feet in diameter, and it's
bright in here.
It is bright in there. Yep.
The hole's the real treasure, guys.
The hole is the real treasure. Yeah, you were on the third floor of the cave. There's kind of like the part that goes down. This part goes up, and from there, yeah, there's a hole straight above you. And this is like another exit that leads out into the world. So if you technically wanted to, and Florpy knew the way, you could have dropped in on the dragon. That would have been a bad idea, but that was certainly an option. And yeah, this is where he kind of was making his cave to sleep and rest. And all you know is that this chick showed up and destroyed him.
How long did it take her to destroy him?
A minute, maybe.
10 rounds, huh?
Between a minute or 2 minutes. Yeah, it was quick.
Damn. And the dragon at any point breathed acid on her?
It tried, and it missed.
So it was only able to successfully hit her.
And it didn't hit any of us.
Thankfully.
No, it breathed this way, sideways, and you guys were way over here. So the cave wall over here got acid breath.
And where's this treasure at?
The dragon's lying on it.
It's
melted, a lot of it. Time's ticking. You guys gonna try to loot through and grab some shit?
I'd rather not melt my skin.
I mean, what's in there? What can we see?
Various weapons, artifacts of random types. Dragon shit.
I use my mage hand take my torch back and then use my mage hand to pull out all of the treasure out from the acid.
You are able to salvage 2 things with your mage hand. You are able to salvage 2 swords that are not like swords you've ever seen before.
Is there any treasure around the outside that's not currently covered in acid?
There is not.
Well,
He died
all
right
then.
on his treasure. Yeah, he did.
Are
What
these
a dick.
short swords or long swords? Or...
Purified food and drink, quick.
Ah.
So what kind of swords are these?
You guys who understand modern culture of the world would think these are katanas.
You had a weeb dragon, huh?
Oh no.
Nope, he is not a weeb dragon. He is just a dragon, but he at some point probably killed some weeb guys.
Can I harvest any leather from him, like dragon hide?
No, you cannot. He is melting.
Well, did my sleight of hands get the sword or treasure swords?
I mean, are you trying to steal them? Yeah, I'm telling you, you got 2 swords out of this. But you, whoa, you're not over there. You got a new toy. What are you doing over there? She handed you a brand new thing.
What the fuck?
I don't know.
Whoops.
What the hell was that?
That's not a thing.
Hacker!
Oh. Yeah, thanks for that.
I'm glitching and hacking, don't worry.
Yeah, don't.
Oh,
don't
we
do
got
that.
a base 64 string, boy.
Nice.
Oh no!
Well, Vars could definitely use
Everybody
swords.
click that.
I'm not clicking it.
It's a dead link, anyways.
It's not a link. Yeah,
All right, for those of you guys, there are 2 of these swords. They are 1d8 single-handed, 1d10 two-handed weapons. Here,
Oh, that's cute.
it is cute. They are finesse weapons. Here is the thing. You are not proficient in them. You have no idea what to do with swords like this. So if you want to use them, you do not get a proficiency bonus with them.
So what kind of sword did I obtain as a gift?
We're going to do you in a second after everybody else
okay.
does their stuff. Me and you were going to do a whole different thing.
And I got 2 or I got 1?
You got 1.
I got 1, okay.
She handed you 1 sword from her sash.
And I can't loot anything off the dragon?
You absolutely cannot. You're going to be doing the thing with your other swords.
So in that case, while they're doing
You're over here.
Is there any red gems laying around?
There are no red gems in this cavern.
All right.
Well, Vars could definitely use some swords.
So just really quick, the treasure, it was, the swords and other artifacts and stuff, but what made up the lion's share of the dragon's treasure?
Just that stuff. There was a lot of bones.
It was just a dragon on top of 2 swords and other melted stuff.
Exactly.
Fucking
So
lame
we
dragon.
got 3 swords total out of this encounter.
You did. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
All right, so if you guys want to get them, do you understand what I mean by you're not proficient in them?
Yeah.
Well, the way I see it, if the dragon was on top of like magical items, they wouldn't have melted. So
It was not.
Ignore it.
Yep, there were no magical
What a
items
fucking
there.
lame dragon.
Various weapons and other shit. Yeah, it was just here. You don't know why it was here.
No, I do not.
But he had 2 katanas, which is cool. You've never seen a weapon like that before. So I have no idea if anybody has interest in them, but those were what you find there.
No, Vars has interest in them.
They're just katanas.
They're just 2 long swords. There's no.
They are
special
not
Did I-
long swords. They are
did I
finesse
miss-
weapons.
Did I miss something? Did I miss the detect magic?
I mean, if you want to detect magic, you can. There's no magic items. I'll save you a step.
So they're not magical katanas.
They are not. They are regular katanas. He just managed to mage hand them out before they melted. They were kind of at the bottom.
Oh, keep doing it.
So at this point,
Nothing
does
to see
anybody
here.
want to
Nothing to see here.
I mean, are you guys hearing me?
Yeah, I'm hearing you.
Okay, yeah, Vars is definitely interested.
So
All right, then
grab
take
them.
one. Take
All
one,
right.
take them both. Sounds like nobody else wants them. It's all you.
All
All right, so Cam,
Sorry,
you've got this sword. So as she was fighting, you noticed, I didn't describe this great, but at one point she kind of pulled it out, and so she like drew it and then slashed with it and then drew it back in. So you kind of thought that was pretty awesome what you saw her do. So you're going to practice it for a while. That fair?
Okay.
So I mean, you saw.
So you're saying it's kind of like on a chain or something where I can
No. It's a regular sheath sword. You kind of stick it in your belt, and you just saw her. She just grabbed it, pulled it out, and slashed in one movement, and put it back in. And so you're just you're just fucking with it, right? You're just pulling it out. You're practicing. Those guys are over there doing their thing. But I mean, you got a really cool new thing. So you're just like, I'm gonna fuck with this for a minute. And so you guys are doing the treasure thing, and then all of a sudden, Cam's probably drawn the sword about 10 or 15 times. He just practices ninja shit, thinking he's pretty cool. Apparently, he's always wanted a weapon like this.
Pew, 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 pew.
So all of a sudden, you're going to see Cam scream at the top of his lungs in pain and agony, drop to his knees and fall over. And then him and I are going to another room. We'll be back.
You cut yourself,
User was
didn't
moved
you?
out of your
Man,
channel.
do not take candy from strangers.
Well, guys, should we loot him or?
Yeah.
I don't know. I think I have to ask Jem how I would feel about that.
Reiki. Weapon like this all his life.
Oh my god, the baby anime dragon. Weakest dragon horde ever.
Oh, we didn't even get any gold, any gem.
He just had mundane items, that's it.
Yeah.
Oh, hey.
Are you sure
by
the
the
swords
way,
are nothing? I mean, we just don't know anything about them, right?
Well, he made it pretty clear that they're not magical.
Or like only the best weapons magical?
That they're just regular swords, that's what he said.
Yeah,
They're just finesse long swords.
I think he said they were short.
So, like, if they have stat bonuses,
Short swords are
they're
already
definitely going
finesse,
to
I
be
think.
magical?
What's that?
Like, if it was to have, like, stat bonuses, then would they have to be
Yeah,
magical?
like a +1 sword is a magical sword.
Okay. There's not just, like, better crafted swords that are plus bonuses.
It's really up to the DM's interpretation, but in general, +1 swords are magical.
Okay.
Hey, Argus.
Yeah.
We're gonna want to invest in a pair of platinum rings ASAP.
Yep, I totally know where you're going with that, and I agree completely.
ASAP.
You remember Rogar?
Yup.
Good old Rogar. I miss him.
Warding bond on you plus frickin' Shield of Faith. Ugh, unstoppable.
And then get me a set of plate mail.
Unstoppable.
Ring of protection and a cloak of protection.
We're talking 25 AC here. Crazy level shit.
That's before ridiculous magic items.
Right? Plus, you're frickin'. You got resistance to all damage. You're done. You're fine.
Even, hey, when I get to level 7, guess what? My aura.
Oh no. Oh shit.
Everyone within 10 feet of me, including myself, takes half damage from spells.
Oh, that's nice.
Fuck. Except it doesn't matter if you got 30 AC. You're gonna get hit by everything from here to Timbuktu.
Tell me about it. 30 AC and disadvantage on that attacks.
Wah. Sorry, they double critted you. Might be.
I've seen that happen before, so I mean, occasionally.
It happens, it does.
I feel like I need to pull another tinker with the lantern on the shoulder, but I can't figure out how to do it. Without being like overtly like I'm not an engineer, so I'm not making that shit myself. I can just light myself on fire whenever I need light.
True.
Just burning hands your weapon, and you just have to hold it really carefully. It glows in the dark.
If I was a devotion paladin, I could have the most bitchin' magic sword all the time that sheds light and everything, but I'm not a devotion paladin, unfortunately. They're divine shit, whatever they're called. What are they called? Channel divinity. Yeah, channel divinity for my choice here sucks balls, but the aura's way better.
Wait.
Like, once per day, I can make an attack that basically entangling roots the target I hit with a dexterity saving throw of 13.
Hell yeah.
It's not hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
And that's once. And it takes an action.
Sucks. I have a really nice heal that I haven't used yet, which I can't.
It's not something I hit. It's something I can see within 10 feet.
Hey, that makes it slightly better.
And the creature repeats the saving throws at the end of each of its turns. Just for free. It doesn't have to use an action or anything for it.
That sucks.
So it sucks balls. And then turn the faithless, so it's like your turn undead, except it affects Fae and Fiends.
AKA not as good.
Yeah. And it doesn't disintegrate them either.
Guys, let your health go below half health so I can use my life shit.
Oh, is that right? Well, mine was below half health.
Yeah, I should have used it. You get to divide all these hit points among the whole party, so it's like gotta be. It can only take them up to half health. Yeah, it sucks. I guess it's good for getting up a bunch of people at once.
So yeah, I wonder what's going on with Cam.
Probably some weeb shit.
Yep.
He's probably fighting the demon within the sword at the moment.
In his mind.
No. The demon's in the sword. And the demon controls the path to godhood.
Yep, and his name is Oni Pantsu-san.
And
that makes him a swashbuckler.
At first, the demon inside the sword is not going to respect him, but then after spending a week's time with the new swordsman, he will grow a begrudging respect for him and eventually unlock his true inner potential, giving him special moves.
And if you rub the handle, a tentacle will come out the bottom.
But only outside of combat.
Yeah, only outside of combat. Not stress that enough.
He's basically Black Star.
So do rogues not have finesse weapons? I thought they did.
I thought that was their whole thing.
It is. I like looking at the player's handbook, and it says they proficiencies: simple, hand crossbows, long swords, rapiers, short swords. But it does not say finesse.
Well, I don't know if do you need proficiency with finesse weapons? I thought finesse just meant dex instead of strength.
That's what finesse is, yeah.
Okay.
So it's not like you need to be able to use finesse. They're just weapons, I thought, that are finesse.
So I wonder why I wouldn't have proficiency then, because I do have proficiency with short swords,
because you don't know exactly what type of weapon it is.
I mean, in 5e there's simple and martial, but
Yeah, that's it.
Right.
In previous versions, there were also like exotic weapons, which this would fall under.
I see.
But
as long as
Katana's
you have,
not in 5e right now, so it's whatever Jem decides.
I gotcha.
You guys are familiar with that really old D&D? Well, I guess it's not so old, but the katanas are underpowered in D20. Like some old type TG shit. Hold on, I'll link it because it's wicked funny. Wicked funny.
Shut the fuck up. Get out of my shitty walk, you Japanese dogs.
User was moved to your channel.
And we're back.
Hello, people.
All right, you see that Cam kind of was convulsing for a while, and now he's okay.
Did you master the demon within the sword?
He gets up and he stands.
I mastered the Vader, yes. I have tamed it momentarily.
So what happened, Camulos?
The sword was binding itself to me. And apparently it feasts on killing, so if I don't, I guess, feed it from time to time with blood, or that of life, I can take damage when I use it.
I don't like this sword one bit. That sounds...
You gotta be fucking kidding me.
Sounds evil.
Yeah, it's
What a bitch!
it's evil in a couple ways, both good and bad.
So what kind of blood are we talking about?
Basically when we get into combat, if I use it, and I manage to land a strike, it will appease the sword and do numerous damage or heavy damage to what we're fighting. If I swing and a miss and or do no damage, then I take the damage. Sorry, Josh. What were you asking?
I don't know if this is a safe thing to have around.
What kind of blood?
Just whatever I yield it toward.
The blood of its master's enemies.
Yeah, pretty much whatever I deem enemy to me. And if I draw the sword and wield it, then I need to make sure that I do damage with it, that I get blood.
If you're evil and hate yourself, can you just prick your finger with it?
No.
No, it's not that sensitive.
And just to clarify, that slashing motion she made with it, the one out and one in, that's the only way you can use it. If you don't wield it that way, it no longer has its properties.
I say we destroy it.
Unfortunately, it is magically bound to me. That was apparently the mistress's gift to me for aiding her during the fight.
So now she's a mistress.
She is a sultry mistress, yes.
Does anybody have a detect evil, an evil boner?
I mean,
this is just very clearly evil. I don't really need to do that.
Before, but I was feeling, so scared.
You were feeling exceptionally scared. You've never seen.
Thank you for reiterating exactly how I was feeling.
Yeah, you've never seen a dragon before. One of that size and magnitude. It was petrifying to you.
So I wasn't. I got the impression that I was afraid of the woman.
No, the dragon.
Oh, I didn't make a save for that.
Scared of the dragon, in awe of the woman.
Yes. Those of you who
Oh.
weren't scared of the dragon ended up being in awe of the woman.
Was I supposed to do a save of some type for that?
I believe it was an insight
What?
Oh yeah. Oh no.
or a perception. I don't remember. It was one of them.
It was insight.
You rolled an
Save.
11 intelligence.
So, can we actually talk about this sword for a second? Because it's making me kind of uncomfortable that we have it. I mean, this is a weapon that is made strictly for killing.
Yeah, you said it
Guys,
was
if you guys
magically bound to you. What happens if you lose it?
Not too sure. That's something I'm gonna have to unfortunately find out.
You guys are fighters and all, and you kill stuff, and that's not really my way, but that's okay, because you kind of have to. But this is like a thing that is made to kill, and all it can do is kill, and that's... I don't know. That's
Well,
not
yeah.
sitting
I mean,
well.
again, if we're in combat, it's also based on how often if I don't use it, then nothing happens.
How often does it need to be fed?
It did not specify. Just when I use it is the interpretation I got. So if I draw it, I need to make sure that when I'm drawing it, I'm drawing blood with it as well.
Are you divine sensing it?
I mean, that's not what Divine Sense is for, but if you'll allow it.
I'll allow it. You do not get evil intent from this sword. You think that, based on it, when it deems an enemy, it's the enemy of the wearer, and it has no evil intent. It just picks up the intent of the person who wields it. So it's not an innately evil object. If a good person used it, you think it would be a good object, right?
Seems pretty evil. I don't think it would be a good object. In fact, I think it's an evil object. I think
Well,
it's always an evil object.
It's not so bad because he doesn't have to kill to keep it. It's only if he draws it, he has to use it at that point.
Right.
And
If he's
and
going
he-
to draw it,
if
he's going to
only-
use it.
he's kind of misconveying a little bit the message. So the message was more that
Hey.
Well,
Hey. I don't want to
Don't
hear
tell
the
us.
message.
You took
I
him
want...
to another room.
all right, well, okay, that's what he conveyed to you. And if you're
Let
identifying,
him lie to us if he wants.
identify costs you 100 gold. So are you burning red gems to use identify?
Do they have a value
That-
now?
They do. 3 red gems to 1 gold. So 300 red gold or 300 red gems to use identify.
Or if you... I mean, I can loan you some GP.
Fuck. Crash lock. You slime basket.
What?
Fucking extorting the town for 100 gold.
What a
Oh,
bitch.
yeah.
I
Crash
sneeze
Lock's-
at 100 gold.
Yeah, Crash Lock's a bitch.
That's
Fuck
like
that
less
guy.
than. That's 7 times less than a suit of plate mail.
There you go. So why are they having such a hard time paying the man his money?
Fucking
Right.
bitch ass village. I mean, yes. The
Yeah,
light
that
is
item is
away.
exceptionally magic. And it is a magic that you are unfamiliar with. You could tell it's magic, but it's not any kind of magic you've seen before.
Well, so could you at least promise to use the thing sparingly?
Believe me, I yes. Until I become more proficient with it over time, I plan to use it very.
Well, you can't get proficient if you don't use it. That's
Right.
how it works.
But it doesn't necessarily mean I gotta use it all the time either.
No, you don't. You can use it whenever you'd like. It's your item.
And on the flip side, if I was to start using these other swords, would I get proficient?
Eventually, yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, that's how you get proficient with the thing. You use it. And you saw her use it and how she used it. So you think you can bumble through trying to figure it out, at least at the start.
All right.
Well, he's talking to me on that.
Yeah, both of you.
Oh,
Both of you saw her fight with those swords.
You mean her technique here? For gotcha.
Yeah, exactly. Her technique. Yep. Because these are different kinds of swords. They're not just grab them with 2 hands and cleave them like a barbarian. She was very elegant in what she did and how she sliced.
And they can be used 1 or 2-handed?
Yep. 1d8 one-handed, 1d10 two-handed.
Okay.
So, guys, I just want to remind you that Florpy told us about 2 guys that he described that were kind of like this woman on the boat looking for this place. So maybe we should make sure that we check every part of this cave or mine. see if we can run into these other guys.
2 guys, 2 katanas you found. Interesting. Go on.
Doesn't mean they died. So we could go check.
It doesn't mean they died.
Well, we can go back the way we came and go toward the water noises we were hearing.
Yeah, if you guys want to go right back to the path you were at, you can do that.
She's carrying 3 swords. That may have been one guy.
Here, I'll move you over there. So you guys are over here now. You've collected your loot. You've come back to this part, and you are here. So feel free to go to the other path.
If I were to take a moment and eat something, would I get a little bit of health back?
You would not.
Jesus, man, you're hurt up. I got you.
Nope. Thank you.
Tell me about it. Pew!
Oh shit, is it the Muramasa?
Man, you're
it
healed.
is actually called... Can I link it?
You cannot. Unless, do you want me to share it with I mean, I can share it with everybody if you want.
Yeah, why not? Go for it. We've been in the group long enough.
It's not the demon sword, Muramasa?
It is not. It is the Wakizashi of Life Feast.
Oh, so it's a little katana, huh?
Yep. It's an offhand weapon.
So it's like a mini Muramasa.
That is exactly what it's like. I put it in your thing, Dub, so you should be able to use it.
Yep.
If you dare.
So if you
Damn.
did I get this right? If you swing an attack with it and you don't hit, you take the damage that you rolled?
That is not it. No.
Oh, okay.
It has been explained to him.
Wait, that's how I perceived it, though.
You perceived it poorly. You didn't listen.
Then I'm going to need you to re-explain that part to me.
All right, I'm going to take him to the channel one more time.
Sorry, guys.
User was moved out of your channel.
Just write it in the description of the sword.
I was going to say that would be a really bad odds.
They were popularly believed to have a hunger for blood and to impel their warrior to commit murder or suicide.
Is that what it says in the description?
That's just what Muramasa swords are supposedly, doing. Muramasa is a smith in Japan. Made katanas. He's crazy, apparently.
It's insane how far that history goes back and like how much we know. That's pretty interesting. And there was
it's only 14th century.
True, but then there's like the Masamune guy who's like I'm reading years earlier, and then he's got his whole story going on. In fact, his story is like for some reason a lot longer and more. Oh no, it's not. That's it. I don't know. It's cool how you can read about a guy and his students from
like
800 years ago.
Like that Homer guy.
Yeah, like that.
Plato.
That's even more baffling. That was talking hundreds, talking thousands.
And those
that Jesus fella.
Even further back than Jesus.
A Jesus guy.
That youngster Jesus.
Frickin' Julius Caesar. I think what's even crazier is you could read fucking book.
Dinosaurs, man.
White.
Alright, I gotta come up with a cheesy quote here. What should the topic of the quote be? Need a little mindfulness for him?
Quote. Make it breakfast themed.
Breakfast?
Yeah.
It's not really...
Like a good breakfast never did you no harm. There you go. There's your quote. Breakfast in your belly is better than Played in the brain. There's another one. Like a quote machine up in this.
Ooh, how about one about control?
Not quite as good, but fine.
You can't stop negative thoughts from popping into your head, but you can choose to stop
User
letting
was
them
moved to your
control you
channel.
and your life.
All right. So for clarification, when using the sword, it's not necessarily if I miss. It's basically if the sword deems me unworthy because I just royally screwed the pooch. It's possible that it may do damage to me.
So
don't
basically
critical
crit
fail.
miss.
It's a basically critical fails. If my technique is just that poor and I suck that bad, then it will hurt me. It makes me pay the consequence for the bad form.
I mean, yeah, if you
I
bring
mean,
dishonor to it, of course, yeah.
let's just see
Exactly
how it goes. Let's please continue and just see how it goes.
Yeah.
Proceed.
Let's go.
All right, so you can see. You guys gonna keep going?
Yep.
I mean, yes.
This is towards the sound of the water, right?
Yes.
All
this is the
right, you
direction of
see
the
water. Are you sneaking in, Cam? You going by yourself? What are we doing? Tell me.
Yeah, I'll proceed forward a little bit here.
All right, roll me another sneak. All right, walk on in. You see a path to the right, and you see a chamber filled with water.
Oh, fuck.
And you see kind of a chamber off to the right. So basically, it looks like to you, this is where the flooding has taken place.
All right, guys, go ahead and come on up. We're clear up to here. So we got a path that goes straight ahead, or we have to our right a chamber full of water, which is most likely the water sound we've been hearing.
How deep is the water in front of us?
At this point, it's kind of narrow and waist deep. In the cavern you're in now, it probably goes about, let's say, between 8 to 10 feet. You could tell off to the right that it kind of slopes down and starts getting pretty deep.
And
So-
how quickly is it moving?
Not too quickly.
Translating into me walking through it. Am I
Yep,
going to
you
die?
can walk through it. Nope. So it looks like what you ascertain from this is that that piece of the cave has water from the ocean coming into it, because you don't see any natural. You see some water flowing from up here, where I'm pinging, and kind of
I'm not
flowing
seeing
down.
anything.
What layer? Okay, here we go. From here, this is water that's flowing through the cave and down into this puddle, but it's like a brinish liquid. So it's like fresh water meets seawater.
Now, is the pool to the right, is that going out to the sea?
You're not sure, but you know that the water that's up here is fresh, and the water that's down here is not. So you
Gotcha.
imagine. So you can use common sense to
Right,
say
so most likely that's going out to the sea or
exactly
has
that
access,
seawater
has
has
access to the sea. Copy.
exactly.
Gotcha.
Bars take a quick moment to refill the water skin. Get all topped off.
Sure. You fill
And
it up
I'm
at this north
gonna
part.
Go ahead and go across real quick.
Is there a current?
It's very low up here. Up here,
Alright.
you just walk right across. It's maybe like knee high for some of you, less high because you're taller.
Okay.
Bars takes a quick bath.
Can you tell us anything else about this cave?
Do a perception check for the cave.
I mean,
What do we observe in the cave? Gems, smells.
You definitely smell something coming from the right. So you think there's something down the end of that corridor.
That narrow passage. Gotcha.
Yep. And to the south, I mean, it just smells like the ocean. You get like a brine. You see little fishes swimming in there. If you really look, everybody roll. Where are you looking? Do you want to look kind of like down the corridor, see what you see?
Yeah, that's what I would like to do. Yes.
All right, go ahead. Roll an investigation. You guys are really peering in there. All right, Cam, you use your elf eyes. You kind of squint. You think you see some red gems down in there. You think you see a more dense population of red gems down this way.
Oh, wait, really? Down that way?
Yep. Yeah, you poked your eye. You don't notice many red gems over here, but where it gets deep and where it's flooded, that's where the good shit is.
Looking for that dank loot.
That's where it is. It gets pretty deep. That's about it's like a straight downward slope, like right around here, of about 15, 20 feet. So it's deep there. Hey, less comments from the peanut gallery. How about that?
What? I didn't say it out loud. It doesn't count.
Yeah. How about less comments from the peanut gallery in general?
Let's check out the smell.
I'm just jealous because I don't have dark vision.
Hey, you can take the torch under. Wow.
Keep the torch above water.
That's why I need a drift globe.
Hey, if you're really good and stop making comments like that, maybe you'll get one someday. All right, so you guys... Water to the east, smells to the northeast. What are you doing?
So we know there's some gems down that way. Do we want to finish exploring the cave before we have to get wet to collect some of these gems for those humans?
Yeah, because we don't want to haul them out after we, like if we want to see everything and then do the gems, because we don't want to be hauling them around.
Do all the work, haul them around, or get jumped while we're...
On the other side of the coin, we're kind of a time crunch with these gems, get back, and then
that's true.
Later.
How long?
You do have a time crunch.
If we can just explore the rest of this cave, or at least some more, we may find gems that are easier to access.
That's what I'm thinking.
Sure.
So let's press on. Just somebody make a decision that can see in the dark.
Alright, moving up.
Cam, roll me one more sneak. Alright, you see this.
Oh, fish.
You see a red dragon wormling. And he is just in this cavern again, though. You notice light pouring in. Another
hole from above.
Another hole. And this one's much smaller than the other one. But yep, this is another hole where he could get out through the north.
So he actually would fit through the hole?
Yep. No, not through the west where you are. Fit through the hole to the north. Meaning he could fly out of the cave. But
that's what I was asking. So
yeah,
the hole above him is big enough.
Yep, so he can fly in and out vertically, but he can't get to you where you are. And,
no, understood.
Roll a perception. Just you're gonna peek in. You're pretty sneaky. You have a feeling he hasn't noticed you. Oh, you notice that he's got some interesting shit in a pile behind him. He's got some red gems over there.
Back over here.
You're noticing some bottles, some weapons, some armor. He seems to have some loot.
And he's a red dragon wormling?
He is a red wormling dragon.
Or red wormling.
Yep. Okay. You have a feeling if you guys teamed up, you could kill him. He's nowhere near as terrifying as the other dragon that the woman fought.
And there's no other paths or anything
else?
Nope,
no ins or outs.
Here, this is the... Okay.
He would not be able to get to you. He is too big to fit out that way. So if you wanted to just back away and leave him, you think you could.
Gotcha. All right, so I'm going to go back here to the fellas first. And so he hasn't observed me because I was stealthy and everything.
Yep, he did not see you.
Well, guys, we have a red wormling dragon in a chamber here. There is a hole above his head that looks like he'll fit out of it. But he looks too big to fit down this narrow passage.
Yikes.
But he also has a lot of loot behind him. Looks like some gems and some other gear, armor, weapons, etc.
So here's the problem with dragons, though. Is you said it was a wormling?
Yes, red wormling.
So its mama's probably floating around somewhere. AKA...
You get
It'll
the
kill us. It'll probably
you get
kill
the
us.
impression, Cam, just to tell you that it could fit through that hole, but something much bigger could not.
I'm a bit spooked by the thought of a mama dragon coming and killing
If I
all
do
of
an
us.
insight, would that allow me to get more information as if there is more than just the one?
I mean, you just saw the one.
Right, but like, would I be able to detect that there's evidence of more than one? Like,
No.
maybe one's going out to get food while this one's staying here right now.
I mean, no, you wouldn't really be able to tell that.
Okay.
If only we had some kind of servant that could go in there unseen, perhaps, and retrieve
Poke around.
something.
Nobody
Steal
has
some
that.
treasure.
Cam's pretty stealthy.
Varys, you think you're stealthy enough?
No, I would like to take lead all night.
Hold on. Let's see. It's behind the dragon?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I could get to the edge and reach it with Mage Hand. He'd see it.
Probably noticed that.
He may notice it. We'll see. Only one way to find out.
I mean,
Let's kill
Yeah.
the fucking dragon.
big floating Mario glove. I don't know.
Yeah,
It
it
doesn't
might
say. It
notice
doesn't say
some-
the size. I can make it as small as I want.
It might notice things floating away from it out of the cave in front of its eyes.
I mean, the good news is it doesn't fit down this narrow corridor. However, if it's fire or acid or what have you, then that might be able to fit down the corridor.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not going to meta this, so I'm not going to say anything.
I mean, we could play peekaboo with it, hit it with range, but
I mean, they can fly, so
I mean,
probably
is
just fly
that
away.
is that really a 3x3 wormling?
Yeah, it's a good sized one. Yep.
Because that's the size of an adult dragon normally.
Well, you want me to scale it down one? I can scale it down one.
I'm just saying, because if it was a wormling, a
There.
normal-sized wormling, it would be able to fit in this corridor with us. They're medium creatures.
Yeah, they're little tiny fellers. They're just running around.
No, he's a pretty big wormling. He could not fit down this corridor.
he's
You
a
could-
teenage wormling.
Yeah, it get like right here. It gets in a couple spots. It gets pretty tight. He wouldn't be able to get down. I'll shrink him though. You're right. Like size wise, he was maybe a smidgy too big.
I don't think we should kill this. I think dragons are very pretty creatures. I think killing it for that treasure would be wrong.
I think we still have other options to explore.
You
Maybe
do.
we could scare it away.
Based on what I could peek around, that is it. So our options for helping the humans are either going diving or picking up what is behind the dragon. In which case, we have to kill the dragon.
I mean,
Do we have to kill
Or
it?
we
though?
maybe try to shoot at it and scare it through the hole.
I've heard stories about red dragons, and they are not benevolent creatures. In fact, they're quite wicked.
They are very evil.
So I had no problem putting this down, except for the fear of reprisal from its mother.
Can you do a detect magic?
His mother
I mean,
cannot
it's a
get
dragon.
through the
If-
hole.
I mean, it's a
Yeah.
dragon. Yeah. What are you
Okay.
trying to detect?
No.
Oh,
I just
if
see-
there's magic items in that room,
if there's magic items in the room,
you can
know,
detect magic. I will tell you if there's magic items. You're close enough.
I mean, do it without a earshot, though.
Yes, if you like.
I can't do it though, can I? That has to be
No,
one of
Draven
the-
can. How
Yeah.
far is detect magic? 30 feet? 60?
I'm going to encourage everyone very quietly to come out of that tunnel, and we can discuss it out here.
It's 30 feet.
Yeah, you'd have to get right in there. You need to roll a stealth to see if you can.
And it's a
You can
ritual,
get in there.
so
Yeah. So yeah,
I think taking the swim would be a better idea.
I mean, at this point, it's up to you guys. I'll back the play.
challenge up to this point. I mean, we're pretty well rested still.
We still may have to face down some orcs later, so...
Yeah, what's her name killed everything in this cave for you guys. What a baller.
Wait, so that dragon's dead?
Except for that.
Oh.
He meant like the giant bats and...
She didn't waste her time with that. It was not worth her killing.
Okie dokie. But that poor owlbear?
Got in her way.
Wild bitch. Alright, well, are we swimming?
What's the vote?
What was the depth of the water again?
It gets very deep.
Like
where you can see, you think it's probably 20 feet and getting deeper.
And at what depth are the gems that I can see?
Like, just starting to see a couple gems there.
At
I mean,
20 feet,
these guys told you that there were gems in this cave, and you have not really seen any.
Are we talking loose gems, or we have to mine underwater gems?
There were a couple on the ground. You think that the water that's been in the cave, the salt water, has maybe like kind of corroded some of the dirt that's been holding them in, and some of them have fallen loose.
So, are we talking a couple, like 300 a couple?
He sees about a handful there, but you think that cavern keeps going for a while.
And with the wormling, are we talking like 300 a couple with the wormling?
I mean, Cam didn't stick around to count, but
he saw roll. I mean, look,
you saw quite a few.
But would be a few like it's? Would I say it's a few as in? Yeah, I saw what looked like it could have been a chestful worth of 300 plus, or
no, not that many. You imagine, let's say it was
maybe about half of what we needed.
About half of what you need. I was going to say like about 100 to 150. So let's say it even 150, roughly. Because, I mean, you looked at it for like 10 seconds. You saw a pile. You weren't like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You know, like there was a bunch. There was a lot of red gems amongst the other cool shit in there.
Is it enough that like one person could carry everything?
That one person could carry everything from the Dragon's Lair? No. There was more than that.
Not to mention the weight factor.
I mean, there was quite a bit of loot. This one had as much loot as the other one, and from what you know of red dragons, it does not have acid. It probably won't melt shit when it dies.
We could start a fire and smoke them out.
Except for the
fire
hole
dragon?
at the top of the cave, that would the smoke would go out.
I think you probably resist fire.
I believe it's a red dragon, not a fire dragon.
Oh. It is a red dragon.
A red dragon wormlings do have fire immunity, I believe.
It breathes fire. It does.
I think it could handle smoke.
It could handle smoke.
Yeah.
It still breathes oxygen.
It does still breathe. I mean, that is true. I mean, I'm gonna have to look up in the DM manual. Do red dragons breathe? Yeah, they do. Oxygen. They don't breathe like freaking carbon dioxide. Nope.
So with enough smoke, it might go out, but
no, there's a hole in the top of the cave. The smoke will just go into the cave and up through the hole.
How tall is the hole from the cave?
I mean, the ceilings are about 30 feet high.
So I could like send the mage hand up through the hole and see if I can like get the dragon to chase it out.
Like, grab a piece of treasure and like fly up with it. The diversion.
Yeah, I'm thinking diversion too. So
that
or we could go out the cave, try and find the hole, and do something else.
If we had like minor illusion or something, we could
like drop rocks on it from the top. I guess you could, but then you're gonna have to fight it not in a cave, but out in the open world, and it can't fly. So,
it being confined in the cave, we have the advantage because of its size and the confinement of the cave. But if it gets free out in the open, it's gonna have the advantage.
That'd probably be a bad time.
What's going on down here?
Down where?
I'm not asking for myself. I'm asking for a friend.
Where? I don't know where you're saying.
I'm pinging.
Oh, the water just hasn't gotten that deep. So it's like a downward slope this way.
Right. What are there anything over there though?
Gems.
I mean, a handful of gems. You can grab a couple. Not nearly as many. Really, all the gems seem to be over here into the sunken part.
Is there anything like here?
You can't see down there. You can see over to here because this is where you're looking from. You can see this way.
Okay, so that's a pathway, right? Okay, I got you. So
You don't know if it's a pathway. You can see
Can
it.
anyone breathe underwater?
And we used our swimming potion already.
He sure did.
So you said it was completely underwater. There's no
Nope,
ceiling
completely
above it.
underwater, flooded. The water from in here has flooded so much it's come into the chamber.
Is
you're
it
in.
high tide or low tide right now?
I mean, you didn't ask Florpy the fisherman, so you don't know.
Jeez.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, Argus is going to shuck off his armor for a second and say, "Hey guys, I'll be right back."
The guy who can't see in the dark is going to dive?
Fuck you! God damn it!
Bring the torch.
Give me some shafts of light or something. Throw me a frickin' bone here.
Bring the torch over and put it over the hole.
I mean, even if you bring the torch, you're not going to be able to see to the
Okay.
bottom of that cavern.
Listen
not
here.
the bottom, but
Listen here. Somebody come over here.
Anybody of every other person who has dark vision.
Except
Somebody
for
come
me.
over here.
All right. Fucking hell.
Not you. You're wearing plate, or you're wearing some heavy armor. I need someone in light armor.
Oh, true.
Hey, Cam, you're right there. Go ahead.
Cam.
okay.
Okay. Just take a exploratory dive in there and see if there are any air pockets in the ceiling.
So right now, heads above water.
Surely, if
head is not
water
above
has
water.
rushed, surely if water has rushed in, it has left some air pockets in the ceiling
Oh,
of the cave.
okay, I think I see what Jim. So this is a pool here,
Yep.
but right here. This is the entrance to your
Completely full.
So technically,
Completely
that's
full going
down.
downward.
Right. So from here this way, I'm actually diving down.
You can draw on the map.
All this. So all this here is a pool, whereas this is actually going that way down.
Yes. Yeah. So there's not 3 dimensions to this, but you seem to get it. You get it. Yeah.
No, I get it now. Okay, now I have a better understanding how that laid out. Yep.
So imagine stairs that are going downward that start here and go down this way. And that you imagine there's more tunnel past there down below. And because it's salt water, you imagine it somehow feeds out to the ocean. That would be what would make sense to you. I wonder if there's any sea creatures down there. Who wants to dive in?
Let's kill the fucking dragon.
And the red crystals are in which of these 2 places?
The one to the right. I mean, you're going to find some crystals in this place to the left. You get the impression, if you spent some time here, you could find some. It would be comparable to how many you found before, which was not a ton. But where you've drawn in red, you just see they're more dense over there.
Mm-hmm.
That's where the crystals were.
And how long can I hold my breath for without any kind of potions or spells?
What's your Constitution modifier?
1.
It's 1 minute plus your Constitution modifier. If you are down there a second more than that, you get knocked out. So well below 2 minutes. So let's say a minute and a half, but you need to make sure you get out of there. Otherwise, you're going to be downed and make death saves, and somebody's going to have to pull you out. I looked up the rules for drowning earlier.
So how about that dragon,
movement
guys?
cost is 10 feet per 5-foot swum.
And yeah,
Even
when
if
you
we kill the
swim,
dragon,
you swim
that's
at
not
half
going to be
speed.
enough.
He said there was a lot in Dragon's Lair.
It would handle at least up to maybe half of what we need.
And then you could maybe get some more, and maybe you could dive a little bit. But you get the impression if you wanted to get all 300 gems from diving, it would be very difficult. You'd be holding your breath and barely getting up.
Yeah, that's
Well,
It'd take a lot of
both
time.
the dragon and the stuff in the water, would we have enough?
I don't know. You'd have to count, but you'd be pretty close.
Here's another idea. We could fall back out of the cave with what we have now and talk to What was his name? Not
Florpy.
Florpy.
You have nowhere near 300 now.
No, I understand that. Well, we haven't got any now, right?
I mean, you have what you've gotten before.
Right, only what we came in with.
Yeah.
Okay. So I would say we go back, we've explored the cave. Obviously, we haven't really picked up any along the way like we had hoped. we talk to Flurpy and see if he knows of another cave that may have red gems in there, because this cave pretty much has yielded nothing in the regards to, or in the way of red gems, except for stuff that's out of reach.
Well, 3 gems worth of gold. We've got plenty of gold to cover the 3.
Yeah, gold doesn't exist here. They don't know what gold is.
But the orcs may trade for gold.
The orcs may trade for gold, and if you want to show up with gold and nothing else, and YOLO it, you can.
I was going to say the challenge to that is if they don't know what gold is, or if they end up asking for more, like they keep asking for more gems, then that could prove to be bad too.
Well, they're going to wonder where that gold came from. Who gave it to them? How did they get it?
Even if they know what gold is, it still may have no value here.
And then there's that.
I mean, you guys
well,
know it.
It looks like we got to do both, so let's do both. Let's kill the dragon first.
Yep, start with dragon. Go.
Because at least I could be useful in that fight. So,
all right, if you guys want to kill the dragon,
before we get in there and do that, what's our game plan?
Yeah, you have time. So,
do we want to just try to do as much as we can with ranged until
he can't fit through the thing, right? But how long are his attacks potentially? Claw? No, but if he has something
Probably
like
got
that,
fire.
breath,
do we know what
Perhaps.
maybe?
Is there, like do we know roughly how far his fire breath might go?
No idea.
I think whatever we do, we should maintain the element of surprise and all run in there at the same time and begin attack.
Run in there.
Well,
We should
I'm going to
spread
run
out.
in there.
We should all spread out in case he does a breath in a direction. Then more than one of us won't get hit. Hopefully.
We can just piss them off and shoot.
So you're saying encircle them.
afar.
that isn't.
Stay in this tunnel. We can't get to us.
I'm just saying the element of surprise. Maybe we can kill him before he realizes.
Yeah, I agree. Move the mage hand in with the torch first, so maybe he turns around, looks the opposite way, as we then surprise him.
I don't think we even need the torch because
there's light
it's
in
open
there.
to the ceiling.
Right, but we use the torch as a distraction to get him to turn around, as we then come in to take positions. It gives us that much more time.
Let's not bother with that.
I say we
just need to get in there
and
and attack as quickly as possible. No?
Yes, let's go.
All right.
So we're just going to encircle him.
Timer's up. I got this. I'm Leroy Jenkinsing this. Should I roll for initiative?
Of course.
all right. So, what are you guys doing? You're running right in.
Yeah.
YOLO.
You're YOLOing, and I like it. All right, because you guys got balls, I'm gonna let you go ahead and take a surprise round on him, because he's just like, what the fuck? Everybody get in there. All right, I got Argus and Cam, Jaros. I need Varys and Draven.
Now we get the one
Very
free round
nice.
of attack, right?
Yep.
And then Draven.
Get in there, Draven, you crazy bastard, you.
He's got to get rid of his mage hand first.
All right, I'm sorting. Varys.
All right.
Will Hunter's Mark give anybody else a
Nope.
plus to damage?
Just him.
Yep.
Fairy fire, my friend.
All
Fairy
right, so go
fire.
ahead and get the power of the multiverse.
Power of the multiverse.
Longbow attack.
You hit. All right. All right. You've done your thing. Anything else?
I can. No, I'm good. That's it.
Cam, you got to use your new sword, Cam?
Not quite yet.
Okay. Ouch! Nice. Good hit. You get sneak attack because you got a buddy in there. You click sneak attack twice. Yep. Oh, damn! Damn! Pew pew! Ouch! Jero, he's not even gonna fucking make it to his turn.
That's
Jaros.
the idea.
All right. Well, I would cast some cool spell, but that's not gonna happen. So I'm just gonna bonk him.
Bonk him.
Bonk him one good.
Nope.
Alright.
He resists. Draven.
Alright. I am going to cast Magic Missile as level 2.
Oh, level 2. Come on, man. What are you doing that for? He's just a little wormling. He's a baby.
Yeah, we just want to drop him quick, though.
So basically, it's going to add one more dart, so you have to calculate that.
All right.
So 8 damage.
All right, he'll take 8 damage. He's not happy. Are you sure I have to give you a surprise round? Can I just attack? Argus.
Wait a minute.
Argus.
Whoa.
Hey, you get it. Go ahead.
Why are you rolling 1d4 plus 1 times 3?
Because he has 3 magic missiles.
Yep.
Yeah, but you want to roll 3d4
Nope.
plus 3.
They all hit at the same time, so you roll 1 die for all 3
Oh my
missiles.
god, are you a mathematician? Do you
Really?
not know 1d4 plus 1 and 3d4 plus 3 are the same thing?
I mean, they're different, but
It's
I
no, you
mean,
have to
they're
use
not
the
the same
same.
thing.
You have
They're
to
not
use
the
the
same
same
thing.
die for each dart, according to the lead designer. And
Yeah.
it's weak.
So you roll
Really?
1. Yeah. Yeah, there was.
I had never ever heard of that.
Yeah, he twittered it. So, Argus.
So I'm gonna portent Argus's next attack with a 20.
All right, you critical hit. So roll your damage.
Nice.
Oh, you
was gonna
critical
crit
hit
anyway.
All right, he takes 8 damage.
I knew it was gonna happen.
But wait, there's more.
Okay. Oh no! Oh no!
Was that answer to?
My dragon! Oh.
Yeah, fucking by the power of Eldath, be undone, evildoer.
He is bloodied by the power of the multiverse. This wormling is bloodied. Varys.
All right. Yeah. Longbowing him again.
Multiverse him.
Oh yeah, he's already multiversed.
Yeah. Could you guys fucking miss a hit, please?
He's well versed.
That should be dead already.
Jesus. He's getting there.
Oh really? Okay.
All right. Cam, sneak him.
All right, I'm gonna move up,
Oh,
and yes,
Come
we're
on.
gonna do rapier. Fuck, there's your
you
miss.
missed, you fuck. You have your bonus attack.
Yep,
You missed as well, but you're good.
yep.
All right, Jaros. This poor bloody dragon, poor little wormling. Maybe you let him hit you once. He's hungry. Let him get a snack, an Argus snack.
I guess I'm gonna do this thing.
What's he gotta do? Make a deck save? He fails. All right, 8 damage. Ouchie.
It's 90 so far.
He's not looking so good, guys. He's just like, what the fuck? In Dragon. Draven.
I'll do another level 2 magic missile.
Come on, can he get one attack,
That's
please?
15 damage.
Alright, fuck you guys.
It's over 100.
Wormling
What do you
time.
mean? You should be proud of us. We killed it in one round. Oh, we didn't kill it, did we?
He's so close to dead.
Yeah.
Fire breath on you two, Cam and Argus. He really. All right, make a deck saving throw, you two.
Nope.
All right, you take. I got to roll the damage.
A lot of damage.
Wow, he fucked it up. All right, Cam, you take 13 damage. Argus,
Holy
you
fuck.
take. Wait.
26.
I take 13, even though I.
Wait, no. How is
Cam
that
made the save.
taking X damage on a failed save or half as much on a success?
I critted. I shouldn't.
You take half damage. Yeah, Argus, 26.
So I'm taking
really,
how much again?
13.
really fucked that up, didn't he?
All right, Argus, your turn. Are you down?
No.
All right, get him.
Well, puzzled as to how this wormling is still alive, but okay, here we go.
And he's dead.
Oh, convenient. Nice hit, Argus.
Did 8 more damage. He had 3 hit points left. Bop, bop, ba, bow. He's dead. End of combat. And sidebar, don't you motherfuckers meta look up the hit points of shit I'm fighting with you. They're not going to have
I don't need
what
to look
you
it
look
up,
up.
man.
Because you know how many hit points as Argus the bear who lives in the forest, a red dragon wormling has.
Oh, that wasn't Argus speaking. That was Maxstone.
Well, Max Tone, keep that shit in your back pocket. Because this red dragon wormling rolled pretty high in his hit points.
Who's the cure wounds for?
Argus.
There you go.
See, you guys are fine. He literally got 1 turn off. Pathetic. Oh, my monsters just disappoint me. Alright, you're gonna fight fucking 2 of them next time. Just start. It's fine. It's fine. I want you guys to fucking slay shit and be heroes. It's good. I'm glad you're heroes. That's what I want for you.
You know what though? Had this been that first night, this fight went a completely different direction, and we probably lost 2 guys in the first night.
Well,
because of what we were rolling and how we were rolling on that first night. Oh my god, was that god awful!
You guys done good. I'm proud of you. You took out a dragon. It wasn't as elegant as when what's-her-name did it, but it was good. All right.
Yeah, I rolled a 20 perception for loot.
Perception is not what you roll for loot.
Oh.
Investigation. I mean, you perceive there is a pile of loot.
I mean, is there hidden loot? Is that what you're looking for?
24
Yeah, maybe they're
investigation.
looking for there's no hidden loot. It's in a big fucking pile.
You're looking for a secret door that goes to a loot chamber?
Yeah, perception is try to find hidden shit. So there's no hidden shit. You
Well, I
see
mean,
a bunch of
investigation too.
Well, I mean, there's a pretty big pile of loot. What you're trying to figure out is what's good and what's just regular shit. So you find various weapons and armor of all sorts in varying degrees of in disarray. You find some pretty good looking stuff. You find some pretty damaged, corroded stuff. Some stuff that's been there for quite a while. All right, so Draven, you in particular, you're able to just go through this pile. You pick out the good shit. You're just pulling good shit out. So, does anybody have any need for a weapon? You're gonna find an assortment of great swords, great axes, long swords, scimitars, all sorts of random shit that's like of regular book quality. Anybody need any of those things?
I could use.
Sorry, was there a suit of plate mail armor that fits a bigger man?
There is no suit of plate mail armor, unfortunately.
Is there any armor?
Oh, there's quite a bit of armor. And you Draven, you've pulled out a piece of armor in particular that you think looks interesting.
I hope it's closed because I can't wear armor.
It is not close, unfortunately. But
Okay.
you're because you're a magic guy, you just pulled that right out. You're like, oh, this looks cool. You grab out of a bunch of vials and random shit 2 potions that you think look pretty interesting. No, a third. You grab a third potion. So you grab a piece of armor and 3 potions, and there's 1 breastplate. So if anybody medium armor wise needs a breastplate, you may have 1 breastplate. Anybody have a need for that?
What's it made out of?
It is medium armor that is 14 plus, dex modifier max 2. And it is good for sneaking. It has no disadvantage for a stealth check.
Studded leather is considered light armor, right?
Yeah, you cannot wear medium armor.
Yeah, so
Cam, so you're good. You got the best you can have.
I guess I could probably use it then. Does anybody else use medium armor?
Nope, that would be you.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So you said, what was the stats on it again?
It is 14 plus a dex modifier of 2, so 16.
Cool.
You also notice in the pile there is 1 set of splint mail. So if any of you don't have splint mail, so that's an AC of 17. So I don't know, between Jeros and
Splint.
Argus. Yep, splint. It is not plate mail. Plate mail.
Does it fit a giant bear man?
No. It's more of a human size. Jaros, you think it would fit you if you wanted it. If you don't have it, I don't know what you have.
Well, might as well take it, I suppose.
All right, so Draven, you've kind of pulled out what you think are the cool magic things. Have you yeah, you've got to cast Identify. You don't have the gems for it, but you've seen these potions before. These are things you've seen. You think that there are 2 greater healing potions in there. So you've seen them before. They're red. They look like, something you've seen out of the Legends of Zelda. They look pretty good. And then you see one potion. You kind of pop it open. You sniff it. It smells kind of salty. You think you've seen this before as well. You think this is a potion of water breathing. So 2 greater healing potions, a potion of water breathing, and you've also found another breastplate that has properties you're not really sure of. You could tell there's something special about it. It has like a kind of shiny glint to it. But you don't know anything about it. You never have worn breastplate before, and you don't really feel like you want to cast the Identify spell because you don't have the cash for it. So, Varys, you can put it on if you want. It is of special nature.
Sorry, I had
Special
a bait
nature?
in my throat.
You may put it on, you may leave it.
Or you could just take it and not put it on.
Or
and
you could
get
take it and not put it
identified
on
later.
and just, you could hold on to it.
Does it have a special name, or is it just a breastplate with the 14?
It is a breastplate, but you could tell there's something special about it. It's extra shiny. You haven't seen one quite like it. It's pretty ornate in nature.
And you say it's good, still good for kind of sneaking around?
It is. It is a breastplate, so you would have no disadvantage on stealth checks, but you don't know the properties of it. And your party members seem to be advising you not to put it on quite
party
yet.
member's not advising. That was just me meting. So
Oh.
don't take anything from Argus. Argus doesn't know shit about that breastplate.
I think that would raise my AC by 1.
It could potentially raise your
And you have
AC
no
by
choice.
1.
I'm looking at the stats. I think it does.
From scale mail, it would, yeah.
I got studded leather.
Breastplates are fucking awesome.
Oh yeah, breastplates are good. I mean, you definitely would want to take it. You just, it has magical properties. Draven kind of looked at it and could tell you. You just don't know what they are.
As soon as
So
I get a pearl from town, we could
yeah, buyer
identify
beware.
as many things as we want.
Are there any platinum rings in that pile?
There,
Oh, please.
there are not.
All right, I'm gonna bring it with me, but I'm not gonna equip it.
Deal.
No bracers in there.
No bracers. Nope.
So no other armor pieces.
If you want like generic random pieces of armor that are in varying disarrays, yes. There's no magical bracers or magical rings. You just want a random ring. I'm sure you could find one on a skeleton.
So now, when you call, okay, so let me out of character real quick. So just make sure I'm understanding when you're saying magical. So would a weapon, rings, armor with plus stats, are those going to be considered magical?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
that's what I
anything
thought.
that is normal is on page 149 of your player's handbook. They're weapons that have stats just like other weapons. So you'll find a longsword that's like every other longsword you've ever seen, or a warhammer, or a great axe. If you just happen to not have one and you're really jonesing for a great axe, you could probably pick one up. I have just pointed out the things that are of note. Things that you couldn't find in a normal town, that you wouldn't find at the rack of I don't know, what's a good Henry's discount blacksmith shop or whatever.
Is there
Right?
a heavy crossbow in there?
There are several heavy crossbows if you'd like one.
Are there any trinkets?
I will take a heavy crossbow.
There is a couple trinkets. Do you want a trinket?
What kind of trinkets would we
Roll me a
find here?
D100. I think there's 2 trinkets in there. So D100. First 2 people who roll it get a trinket. Kim, you find a wooden box with a ceramic bottom that holds a living worm with a head on each end of its body. Gross. Varys, you find a metal can that has no opening but sounds as if it's filled with liquid, sand, spiders, or broken glass. Your choice. So you tell me, what do you think's inside that metal can?
Probably damn spiders. I'm sure.
Yeah, you got
Oh, man.
you got a can of spiders.
Gross.
Are there any
Yeah.
are there any tools in there? Like maybe alchemist supplies or leatherworking or
Nope.
anything like
No
that?
tools. Nope.
Any scrolls or
Nope. No scrolls.
any maps, any other type of paperwork?
Nope. Any paper was long burned up by his fire breath.
While they are looking through the rest of that stuff, I'm going to start pitching gems into a sack.
Yeah, and you count them, and you find in total there are 200 gems, more than you thought. There was a lot of gems buried amongst all the shit. So you're pulling gems out, and you got one here, one there. It's about 200 in total. And so one point of clarification, Draven, you would know this, but I want to just make everybody clear of this. So, like a potion of water breathing, just to give you like insight, would give you the water breathing for 24 hours. You think if you pass that around and you each took a sip, you could portion out that 24 hours amongst many people. So if you had 6 people, you think they could each get 4 hours of water breathing from that. So let's say you have 24 hours in total spread amongst the number of people you want to share it with. And you can like drink half of it and save it for later.
Okay.
So yeah, you don't just have to have one person chug it and water breathing forever. You feel like a couple of glugs and you could each water breathe for a couple hours. And yeah, you wouldn't know that, Draven. That was like a magic thing you knew. And I don't know if those are the standard rules of D&D, but those are the rules now, so you can do that thing.
Alrighty.
All right, so you have cleared out this room. Good job killing that dragon in what was a pathetic amount of time. God, my children, they all disappoint me. All right. So you are back here. You have your potion of water breathing. You have your cool stuff you've gotten. So who's taking those healing potions? Let's make sure we know a person who has them, and let's get them in the inventory.
I would say we
I
give
think
it
Argus.
So there were no
2
drift globes in that pile?
There were not.
Okay, well, I'm not going in the water. You guys can have the potion. I'll wait up here with a torch.
And greater healing potions are 4d4 plus 4.
Sorry, disregard that.
4d4 plus 4. So there you go. That is what a greater healing potion is. I don't know who's going to take them, but there's 2 of them. So make sure like you don't have like 8 of them.
Alright. I think Argus should definitely get one, if not both.
If you want them, Argus, they're yours.
If you guys want to go diving for an hour, I'll just have a short rest up here.
You guys can do that. If you want to have certain people who take a short rest, certain people who go diving.
So how many gems can 3 people collect in an hour?
No idea. You got to go down and collect them.
Okay.
Well,
Well,
I
does
can take a
three
short
three
one.
people
Find
can
out.
see down underwater. So does 3 people want to go collect gems?
Yeah, if you want to go for an hour.
I guess might as well. Let's get this done. We have to get back.
True.
So, Jaros, are you going, or is it just Varus and?
Oh hell no, I'm not going.
Okay, so Varus and
What?
Cam, you're the only ones that can go diving for gems then.
All right. So
Where
you
aren't
guys
you going, Jaros?
I'm in frickin' split mail.
All right. Who's
Oh.
keeping
You
track?
take it off.
I want
Take
one.
it
All
off.
I don't
right.
want.
All right. Hold
I'm
on,
keeping
hold on,
track of
hold
the
on.
water potion.
Or you could
Yeah,
wear
I
one of
Okay,
those
you got it,
breastplates.
Draven? Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. So
All right, I'll take it off and go as well.
Okay, so 3 people are going to expend 1 hour, so knock that down to 21 hours left.
Got it.
And all right, go ahead and dive in.
So wait, who all's going now?
It looks like Varys, Jaros, and you, Cam, are all going down.
Send up lots of bubbles if you're in trouble.
Blub, 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 blub.
They're gonna die.
All
Draven.
right, roll for initiative, guys. Nah, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Nah, I'm just teasing you. All right, so you guys, you just want to spend the whole hour looting and diving through and either grabbing gems off the wall and kind of scraping.
I mean, may as well make it worth the while. Yeah, just take advantage of the full hours, finish up getting what we need, plus anything bonus.
All right, so you spend an hour. All right, you guys can swim out.
Bloop.
I need you each to roll me a d3. All of you guys that went down.
A D3?
A d3.
That's not on the thing.
It was /R space 1d3. All right, Jaros and Cam, you have both gotten 200 red gems. Varys, you got 100.
Oh, nice.
You guys were more productive. Yeah, this cave is full of red gems. So you guys feel like though after the hour you'd have to dive much further down. Like you kind of cleared out that cavern, and so you have no idea what's below that cavern. You've been safe. You've kept a safe distance, and you've gotten 500 red gems from that. So
we have more than enough for the village. And
you guys are
ourselves.
pretty flush in red gems right now.
So
if you guys want to keep going,
we should probably head back to the town sooner rather than later in case Crashlock comes earlier than we expect.
He's an asshole. You never know what that fucking asshole's gonna do.
Yeah.
Before we head out of here, who do we want our, ambassador to be with the village? Because until we're in their good grace, I have a feeling Varus and I should be nowhere near there.
I smile real big.
I vote Argus.
It looks like we have the prom queen.
So we got 700 gems total.
On the other hand, I do understand that I look like a bear.
I mean, nobody really held bear things against you so far. Everybody you talked to liked you.
I don't know, that Crashlock guy kind of seems like an a-hole.
Oh, he's totally an a-hole, but you didn't get the sense he hates bears.
So I'm giving Argus at least 100 gems of what I collected.
Varus is handing over 50.
You cheap ass.
You know how much he collected?
But he collected 100.
I mean, he didn't collect any. He didn't go underwater. He's just your ambassador.
No, Varus he said.
Well, I mean, you don't. I mean, come on. You don't know how many he collected. You all collected some. Well, now you choose what to give.
Dude, Cam, you gave half yours too.
I gave half yours.
Yeah.
Listen, let's not meta this. You don't know. You all just know you got gems, and then you are throwing what you want to in the pile. So Cam gives 100, Jaros gives 100, Varus gives 50. That's 250. You've got
Argus already had 200, I think, right? Or somebody did.
Did you take the one from the other one?
Yeah, we had the 200 from the dragon.
Okay, so you have 450? No, 500. So you have 500, Argus. Do you want to stuff that in the bag and just give them all of them?
Hell no.
Up to you.
Not quite.
Wait, if he already had 200. Whoa.
I forgot. So,
I mean,
300. All right, let me get 50 back.
I mean, tell you what, guys. Why don't we just pool all of them, and then take out the 300, and then split the rest amongst us?
You could do that.
That sounds like equal effort.
Sounds like Russia.
I mean, that leaves 400
gems.
That leaves 400 gems amongst 5 people. So 80 each. If you want to take 80 each.
Seems better to me, yeah.
I'm fine with that.
I mean, you guys wouldn't have the ability to get those gems if I didn't give you a sip of that water breathing potion. So, I mean, I should get part of the share, and Argus is lugging them all for us. So.
We all fought that dragon, right? So
yeah.
Yeah, I'm kind of.
Yeah, so let's split it all up.
Not that I don't happily stand in front of everything that wants to kill you, but it's fine.
All right, so Varus puts all his into the pile, being honest, straightforward, kind of good guy that he is.
All right, so Argus, you have a bag with 300. Each of you take 80 back. So you all got 80 from your excursions in the cave.
And I guess I'll split up the 350 gold from yesterday's bandit camp.
Oh, there was gold.
So wait, that means Jaros and I both gave up our 200. So that's 4. Plus the 200 he already had.
Was 6 plus 1 was 7. So take away the 3 is 400. Split amongst 5 people is 80 each.
Okay.
And if we split the 350 gold from yesterday, which I was still holding on to, we all get 70 gold.
Yep. Yeah, so y'all get 80 gems and 70 gold.
Nice.
All right. So you feel that you have thoroughly explored the cave, and that other than diving deeper into the water, there's really nothing left for you here. So you want to leave? You can leave.
I say we make our way back out.
Standing at the edge of the light and waiting to go.
Yep, I'm on board. Let's do it.
If you guys want to fast travel out, I'll let you. There's nothing
done.
else in the cave. All right,
Yeah,
you guys are out.
Yeah.
So tell me, what are you doing? So you're outside the cave. Are you
We'll make
He
a.
was
We
looking
are
at the
booking
sky.
it back.
We
You're
wanna
booking it
make
back?
a stop by Flurpies.
We have
if you
time.
want to, you can. You tell me. What are you doing?
So real quick then, map related question. From the cave, would Flurpies be on the way?
No. Well, I mean, Florpies is about 10 minutes to the north. The village is about 2.5 hours west. So it would be about a half an hour round trip extra to go stop by Florpies, and any time you spent talking to them.
And instant live thing at the balance too, guys. We gotta.
I think we
So
should.
we'll get back-
I'm looking at the sky. What time does it appear to be?
At this point, let's say it's about 2:30.
Yeah, we
Doing
gotta get
2:33. 2:33. So you've spent like 4 or 5 hours at the cave between exploring
So,
and
yeah, we'd probably go
dragons
straight to
and
the
looting.
outpost.
Cool. So, any compelling arguments on why we should go visit Florpy before we go to the outpost?
I don't think so, unless we're gonna somehow reward him for showing us the way. But that's all I can think of.
Oh, we can always stop back by.
I mean, he was in your debt. He was happy to show you the way. You saved
Don't
his
forget
life.
the monkeys.
Yeah, you
Alright.
saved his life. So
All right, no, let's keep going.
All right, let's roll out.
All right,
All right.
we'll go hide in the woods.
all right, we're going back to the village.
Okay, so
All right, so describe to me, what are you doing?
So I think Varus and I, we're going to hide at the tree line again like before, since we're a little bit worse for wear. And while the other three, as ambassadors, go up to the gate. Unless everybody wants to stay and just set up the bear, but I think that may not be good either.
Well,
We're
They've
gonna
already
need
talked with
we're
these
gonna
things.
go ahead and need ritualize comprehend language. So
All right, so I'll let you cast it. Go ahead. So yeah, you cast it. You have it. So go on in.
So before we go over there, let's just really quickly discuss what's going to go down here from our perspective. We're going to go over there. We're going to speak with Jacob was his name,
Jacob.
and we're going to tell him that we've secured the ransom for the town,
and
and we're willing to hand it
mayor,
over
right?
under the condition that Draven can meet with the mayor, like one-on-one. Is that what you want, Draven?
Do I need to be one-on-one?
I don't know. You wanted to look at his eyes or something?
Well, I know we definitely want to make sure we're pardoned for misunderstandings and so forth.
Well, if we're gonna need to figure out how to get ruby dust worth 50 gold if I want to detect magic technically. So
Oh, you mean identify?
or
Wait, what do you need to? Oh, are you
detect
what are you
magic
doing?
has a cost.
might be able to find it in the town. Who knows?
I mean, it's a town. You saw it has a bunch of buildings. You assume it has an end.
Wait, detect magic needs a. Huh? Does it?
Ruby dust worth 50.
Detect magic does. Haven't you been casting that like willy nilly all over the place?
Never
hope
mind. It
not.
doesn't have a material cost. Never mind. It's the pre-fill on the character sheet says it, but it's not checked. Got it. Never mind. Like it default puts something there, but it's not checked for material. Never mind.
Right. Okay, that
Okay.
makes
Yeah.
more sense.
I was very confused. Like I thought I was good with that one, but all right.
But yeah, so do you need to? Like, how long is the duration on that? Can you cast it before we go into town?
I have to concentrate for 10 minutes.
Well, we have 10 minutes.
Well,
so,
no, it's 1 minute to cast as ritual action, but it lasts 10 minutes and it's a concentration slot, so you can't have like invisibility too.
Yep.
This will identify our items.
So no,
No,
that's
that-
just to detect magic.
Oh.
It doesn't identify. Identifies a separate spell. But anyway, what I'm thinking is, if you have that on you, like cast it now. We go up to town. It's less than 10 minutes walk, right?
Right. Yeah. It's a minute.
So maybe if we can meet with the mayor before that elapses, then you can see what's going on.
Yeah, that's a good plan. I'm doing that.
And yeah, you don't need to be alone with him, I guess. But it would be great if you could take a look at the dwarf as well, see if he's under the influence of anything.
Yeah,
and
we should
when
try
we get
and
in there,
get
I'm
them
going to use
together.
my divine sense as well. See if maybe the dwarf is not what he seems.
All right, you guys got a plan?
It would be great if we could meet with them separately, so there's no like, if there is something, the dwarf may be able to sense or, maybe sway something. If we could talk to the mayor separately first, maybe that would be great. If Jacob allows it.
I also have one other question for Jacob before we go in town. Or maybe you do. Maybe the bear doesn't know about this. Never mind. No meta. But a wizard might know. Do you know how mind control spells work at all, Draven?
Oh, well, it's detect magic, of course. Yeah.
Well, no, I meant like as a wizard.
No.
You don't know any
No.
charming spells or anything?
I know sleep, but that's it.
No, not really.
No.
That's unfortunate. Well, I think we're good then. And if we're not back in, let's say, an hour, Camulos, Varus, what are you guys going to do?
We will come looking for you.
Yep.
Like, looking, and Argus makes
Well,
like a stabbing motion?
We'll be a little more cautious this time around.
I have communed with nature since our last encounter. I'm a little more centered.
Okay. All right. Shall we?
All right, you tell me when you're ready. Who's doing what? So you got your party of threes coming up, and the other two staying back.
Yeah.
All right, Jacob comes out to the front gate and meets you.
Hail, Jacob.
Hail, friends! Please tell me you found the gems.
We did indeed find the gems. Have you heard from Crashlock since we left?
No, but based on his time, and he kind of like looks up at the sky, he should be here in a few hours. Excellent. So you have the gems. Great. I talked to the mayor and I told him that you guys were going to get the gems for us, and he said that if you guys were able to deliver, that you guys would all be fine. He says, "So where's your friends? Come. Let's bring the great news."
They're keeping an eye out for Crashlock. And
He says, "No, that's fine. Come on, everybody, come in." And he kind of looks out, and he's a new perception check. All right, he thinks he sees you guys in the tree line. So he's going to be like, "You guys, come here. He's motioning towards you guys.
Damn, he did see you.
Yeah, he sees both
Damn
of you.
it.
So, I mean, he's pointing at you and saying, come here.
Is that really necessary, Jacob?
I mean, it's not necessary, but you're fine. Listen, the mayor, he promised me, he assured me that you guys would be fine. You've delivered your promise, right? And
I mean this in the most respectful possible way, but it doesn't seem like your mayor is quite himself lately. Would you agree?
No, I mean, I would agree. But he promised, he looked me in the eyes, and he said, if you guys delivered on the gems, that you guys would be fine.
Well, that
I would say then, can the mayor...
Incite him if you want to. Incite if you
I
want to.
believe that he believes
yeah.
it.
Let's
Okay.
just not have them come in. That's silly.
Let's
There's no need to
ask
do
the
that.
mayor to come out to the gate.
I mean, he
And
sees
tell
you
us in
guys. He's
person.
venturing you guys, and he says, "Come," and he's walking in. So he's noticed you two and told you guys
Argus
to come
is
in.
going in, but I'm not so sure Camulus and Varus should.
Cam, Varus, I would highly advise that you don't.
I
come
mean,
on in.
did you tell them that? Like, let's not meta here.
Yes. Don't come in. This is probably ending you getting executed or going to prison or some other shit, and it's just gonna suck for you guys.
Well, I have to defeat you first.
And then you know what? If this guy dicks us around and throws us in prison, it's gonna suck for everybody. So we need someone to be able to get us out.
All right, I'll wait out here by the gates.
But where are you guys gonna be? Oh, just right out here.
Well, I am. Cam might sneak off to a bush.
Might want to hide up because if he sends a bunch of guards to get you, pretty easy to get you right here.
All right. So
as long as we know where you're at.
All right, we're gonna head back into the woods then. Just come back with our pardon, and we're good to go.
I'll give you some kind of signal if we're in trouble.
All right.
I don't know what that signal will be, but you'll know.
All right. So you guys are in.
Yep. So Argus, Draven, I kind of pull him aside for a sec. I'm like, so those guys are kind of hiding out in the woods a little bit. I told them we'd give them a signal if something bad happened. Didn't really decide on a signal, but I'm sure we can think of something.
All right. So the mayor walks over and says, "Hail, hail."
Super politely, I'm gonna just bow, tip an imaginary hat.
He bows and says, "Jacob has told me that you are our saviors."
Jacob is too kind. We're merely doing what is necessary to right the wrongs that have befallen your city, or your village, rather.
And he says, No, please, you've done me a great service. He notices do you have the bags? Like, what are you doing with your bag of gems?
I've got the bag in my paws in front of me.
Are you
kind of holding on to it with both my hands?
Says, are the gems in there?
Draven, you seeing anything?
You see nothing.
Seeing...
I mean, you see what you see.
But my detect magic isn't picking anything up.
Nope.
Yeah, I give you a nod, like a shoulder shrug. Not detecting anything.
Okay. Yes, these are the gems.
Oh, you guys are lifesavers. Thank you. I really hope this is going to be enough. I mean, I don't want to be selfish, but do you have any extra? I feel like if we give General Crashlock a little extra, maybe he'll forgive us for our indiscretions.
Indiscretions? What do you mean by that?
We were late. We owed him the gems yesterday, and we didn't have them. And so, I mean, we owed him 300 yesterday. I have no idea how many he's going to ask for today.
I feel your plight. How many do you think he would find impressive?
Oh, who knows? That guy, him and Jacob just look at each other and shrug. Like, that guy, you never know. We've never missed before, but he was mad. I think you guys were there. He threw me into a wall. He was furious that we didn't have the gems. I don't know what it's going to take to placate him.
I think you guys had some saved, just not enough, or you could probably give him that.
I'll tell you what, sir.
I mean, we were giving him every gem we had, and then we needed 3 more on top of that. 300 more.
Throw in a stay at the inn, and I'll give you every gem I have.
If you save our town, you are more than welcome. You could stay at my house. I've got plenty of room. For free of charge, you're always welcome.
I'll pull out
here.
a smaller sack that's filled with 84 gems and hand them to him.
Yeah, I'll give him 88 gems.
All right, dump them in the bag. He says, "Oh, thank you. You guys are the best. Thank you so much." And he bows, like he gives you like a really big, like deep, like thank you. He says, "Oh, Jacob, let's show these guys to."
By the way, my name is Argus. What's your name?
He says, "That is a great question. My name is Sinclair." And he puts his hand out to shake your hand.
Yep.
And he
Likewise.
says, "Would you guys like to stay at the nicest inn we have, or would you like to stay at my house? Either is free of charge."
You guys have like a clergy here of some sort?
Clergy? He kind of scratches his head. He doesn't know what you mean by that word.
Like a church? I put my hands together in like a praying thing? Pray?
No, they don't pray. Nope. He doesn't understand that.
Fuck?
They are not a church people, this settlement. Nope. No praying here. At least not in this group.
Well, that's fine. Let's see here.
I'd love to stay at the mayor's house, personally.
Sure.
All right, hold on a
second. He says, "You're more than welcome."
I'm going to wander outside.
Outside.
I got to go get the boys.
So, you remember that unpleasant fellow, Camulos, right, Mayor?
He says, listen, no hard feelings. I understand. What were you guys going to do? I just, I didn't know how to react. I mean, our guard, he said you threatened him, but then he let you escape. He can't be trusted. There's something about him. I think he's been a source of problems for us.
Oh?
Well, yeah, of course. He comes back into town and says you guys tortured him, so then we throw you in jail. Then he lets you out of jail. I don't even understand what he was doing. Why would you let the people that you wanted in jail because they tortured you out of jail? He's like, I don't understand that guy at all. So I had to put him in jail. I mean, he mentioned something about Lara, but I don't know with that guy. I mean, if you're gonna accuse somebody,
how is Lara?
Lara's fine. She's I think she's at the farms right now. Yeah, I mean, I haven't really seen her in a while, but all I know is he accused you guys of torturing him, and then he let you out of prison, which to me makes no sense. His stories were illogical and inconsistent. I don't understand.
Okay. All right. Well, you never know what's going on in a man's mind. But,
no, we're gonna let him sit in the cell for a while and figure it out. He says, "But fine, come on, let's go." And he's kind of prodding you to, I've got dinner cooking, and we could probably eat before Crashlock gets here, and then we'll be able to confront him together. I think with a strong group of adventurers like you, we should be able to handle him and show him we mean business. And he starts leading you this way. So you want to follow him?
Well, before
right,
he gets
Jacob's
out of earshot, I'm like, Sinclair. Dinner sounds lovely, but with the impending approach of Crashlock, I was wondering if you or one of your guards would have time to show me around the town so I can see the defenses of the town.
Oh, sure. We have time for dinner. It's fine. We'll show you around in a few minutes. We're just gonna eat really quick. You guys look pretty tired. You look like you've been through an ordeal. I'm sure these gems weren't easy to get.
There a place
That is
we
true.
could procure a pair of platinum rings before this fight?
Platinum rings. You'd have to see the smithy for that. He might have something for you. I'm unsure. And he tells you that the smithy's building is this one that he's pinging in the back right-hand corner. So he's walking. So you guys are walking with him?
Yeah, Var's suspicious of him, but he's following along.
I mean, if you want, incite him if you want to. If you're suspicious, go ahead. You think he is genuine. He very much so appreciates the effort that you've put forth.
So no poison, all right.
No poison, nothing weird from him right now. All right, you guys hear a commotion, and you hear someone come around the corner. And you see the dwarf walks out and says, "What's happening here? What's going on?
Hail, friend!
What are they doing here?" And then you, Draven, roll a perception. You're the only one who could maybe see this.
I'll re-roll lucky.
Go ahead. Yeah, you get a sense something happens. He sparks. All of a sudden, the mayor, you see his eyes go different, and he steps back and he says, "Guards, guards, guards!" And all of a sudden, he's freaking out. "Guards, get over here! Get over here!" Boom! A ton of guards run out of the building, and you just see them funnel in, and they start surrounding you. No,
boy.
Cam. Where are you going, Cam?
Draven. Argus is looking at Draven. Like,
Guards.
What's going on here?
Guards are surrounding you.
Okay, well,
Draven, you saw a thing.
Come on now, it's going to take him longer than that to get around us.
Sure, so let's say you
react to this.
Yeah. He's screaming, so people are filing out. You have about 30 seconds. Don't forget that you have Jacob and the other knight behind you. So
Homie?
there's no getting out the door.
Homie.
Mm-hmm.
Can I cast a spell here before he says anything?
Before the dwarf says it?
I want to cast a spell the moment that this dwarf floats around here.
You wouldn't think to do that, I don't think.
I would certainly think to do that because I knew what this guy was about to do.
The mayor is changing his attitude.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll leave it to the second he changes his attitude, not to the second you see the dwarf. So go ahead. What are you casting? Who are you casting it on?
I'm casting it on me.
On you?
20-foot radius sphere. No sound in, no sound out. Well, no sound out. Burning my last good second for this boy.
So
he shouts
before
to
he
nothing.
shouts guards.
Yes.
Okay, so I can't cast spells.
All right, so the mayor is shouting, and no sound is going out. So that means you can't hear anything either? Yep, so throw a 20 circle.
Did everyone go really quiet?
So the mayor is screaming. The dwarf is screaming too, and he's gonna roll a perception real quick. One sec, let me roll that for him.
So I'm still looking at Draven like, what the fuck's happening?
Seems like there's some bond between the dwarf and the mayor.
Well, I mean, you're not saying that. You got a gesture, man.
Yeah, I said that with my eyes. You didn't pick up on that?
Oh, you have very expressive
I was
eyes.
Using my eyebrows and nodding a little.
What level spell is what you cast?
2.
Silence?
Second level.
All right, your spell doesn't work. Never mind, take that silence away.
What?
You've been counterspelled.
What?
Damn.
You've been counterspelled as a reaction. He has counterspell. Your spell does not work.
Sleep the dwarf.
And counterspell is a thing, and he has it on his spell sheet. So, sorry.
God damn it.
If the
How's he
creature's
even gonna
casting
see
a
me
spell
casting
of
that?
3rd level or lower, its spell fails because he rolled a high perception. He counterspelled you, sorry. Guards are coming in. Guards! They're rushing. What are you guys doing? You have about 10... You have, let's say, 30 seconds.
Well,
so with my detect magic...
we really be doing initiative right now if this is what's happening?
Yeah, I mean,
are you going to fight them?
I mean, we're going to react in
Guys,
some way, shape, or form.
Yeah, if you want to roll initiative, you can.
They're just like behind that door, ready to run out at a moment's notice. I'm sure.
No, they're not. No, you have about 30 seconds.
Does my detect magic determine the spark that happened in the eyes of the mayor?
It does. Yep. You can very clearly tell the dwarf did something to the mayor, magic happened, and then the mayor changed his tune. You know for a fact that happened. Your detect magic picked that right up.
Do I know if it requires concentration
from
the dwarf?
No, you wouldn't know that.
You wouldn't know that?
You know what the School of Magic is, though.
Around any visible creature or object in the area that bears magic, and you find its School of Magic if any.
Well,
like with Arcana,
is it
check,
enchantment?
It is enchantment magic, in fact.
If we can kill him one round, it goes away.
Or just stop the guy's concentration on the spell.
That's what I was asking, if I could... Okay, so I wouldn't know that, though.
Yeah, so are you going to attack the dwarf? You tell me.
Argus is thinking that that's the quickest way to stop the spell from happening.
Okay.
But Argus is going to need someone to do that for him, because he doesn't know what's going on.
And don't forget, you guys are super meting, but Draven, you pick up what happened. Nobody else in your group knows what's happened, right? They have no idea.
Yeah, 30 seconds to tell us.
Well, you think it's going to be about 30 seconds for them to get in.
Shit.
So I'm going to move
I forgot. Part of my plan was to use Divine Sense when we came in to talk to the guy.
Yeah, you didn't do that, though.
I know, I didn't do that.
I mean, if you used it, the mayor was fine. He doesn't have a problem. He was very glad to see you guys and very appreciative. He's not a dick.
So my thought would be, as a wizard, and knowing what I know about the detect magic spell that I just detected, and that it requires concentration, I would immediately try and break that.
Okay.
If you want to, go ahead. But we're gonna roll initiative then. If you guys are combating it out, you don't want to go to jail, then let's do it.
Well, hopefully we can break the concentration and we don't have to go to jail.
Hopefully, yeah. Fuck it, we'll put the mayor in there.
Why you use my macro?
I don't know, because I'm an asshole.
The portrait and click the button and it does it for you.
Because I never added it that time. 1, 2, 3. We're missing. We need Varys and we need Draven in on this.
I clicked it. Hold on.
Yeah, just make sure you select your token
Can you put
first.
mine in there? Thanks.
Yeah, just click the button to get it in there. And then what was your number? 22.
22.
Yeah, I'll get you in there. Where are you? Yeah, I'll just add you. All right. So the mayor has screamed. Jaros, I'm going to let you have cast your spell. Dwarf reaction counterspelled you. So knights are aware, and on their turn, they're going to start moving from inside the barrack to you, and then the ones outside the barrack are going to start coming in. Because don't forget, the dwarf was literally walking out of the barrack and rounded this corner. So he's not too far from the barrack. And Cam, it's up to you. You have knights kind of behind you, around you. So if you want to try to sneak, you can roll a stealth roll. All right. Let me roll a shitload of perceptions. Good. All right. This knight right here, not Jacob, but the other knight, sees you. The rest of them don't know where you're going. But he's got his eyes locked on you.
All right. So if I were to do a move,
it's like not even his turn or anything.
He'll. What, does he have to wait till his turn to roll perception? He can wait. It's fine.
Yeah, he does.
Okay, go ahead, move.
Because, by the end of Camulus' turn, he might not even be in line of sight of that guard.
Well, technically, some stuff has happened, right? The mayor yelled, Jaros cast a spell, he counterspelled. Everybody kind of looked in this general direction before Cam had a chance to move.
But my point still stands. He might not even be in line of sight of that guard when he's.
He was in line of. He was in line of sight of him when shit went down. But yeah, if he gets behind a building and hides, maybe. But you're in the middle. You're in the middle of a courtyard with nothing to hide behind. So describe to me, how are you going to hide in the middle of plain sight?
All right. Well, hold on. So that's where I started.
Yep.
Looks like a market building there. There might be stalls that you can hide behind, weave through in and out. I don't know. Well, I guess you do know you're don't you?
I do know, in fact. I know that it is about 6 p.m. and the market is closed and all the stalls have been brought in. So you have a wide open area right there.
So the map's not letting me, but technically I want to be behind this building to break line of sight from this guy as well.
If you want to go there, you can go there.
It just won't, because it's auto-snapping into a grid, it's not letting me,
Yeah, I dig what you're saying. So you want to, be close to that building.
Basically, I'm up against the building. I'm breaking line of sight from all the guards, and I'm kind of behind.
The mayor and the dwarf can see you. You're in plain sight of them.
All right. And I guess I'm going to ask quickly, what are we doing?
All right, I will let somebody else on their turn reaction with you. So you're saying, what are we doing?
Yeah, are we attacking or?
Got it. Draven.
Can I ask a technical question?
You sure can.
Magic missile, each dart have a chance to break concentration?
I'm going to say 1 concentration break for all of them.
If it's 1 roll, it's certainly 1 concentration.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Because
So
they
if you
land
hit
at
him
the
with
same
magic
time,
missile.
yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Oh man, it's just like World of Warcraft.
I'll Scorching Ray then.
Where they like all come out and then converge.
I'm a Scorching Ray.
Yeah,
Second
I didn't realize it worked like that, but I guess what's his name, Jeremy, was pretty clear on Twitter. That's how it works. So go ahead, Scorching Ram if you want. So you're hitting the dwarf.
With all 3.
That's just so bizarre.
So I'm
I
not gonna
know,
get
right?
So I can't.
Because
get
it
an
says
answer to my
1d4
question.
plus 1 per missile. That's so
Whoa,
strange.
Hold on, Cam. What did you say?
So I can't get an answer to my question
I mean,
from the
it's
group.
good. Well, you'll get that on their turns. They can answer you. You've thrown out, hey,
So
what are we
you're-
doing, guys?
So you're counting that as an action, okay?
No, it's just speaking. You just have 6 seconds of
Yeah,
you
you have
can
6
speak
seconds
while you're
to
doing
speak.
shit.
Did you want to do a different thing? I
Well,
assumed
the
you didn't
reason
want
I
to
asked
do
the
it.
question is because I was going to use an action to attack.
I mean,
but-
they have not responded to you yet. So
Okay,
if you want to attack on your own, you can, but they're not going to get to tell you until they've had their turn and then your next turn. Then you'll know what their
So
response
that
was.
means I lose. I'm going to end up losing an attack option then.
Or
basically.
you
Yes.
can hold your entire turn until you know what you want to do.
If he holds his turn, does he get to say the thing he wants to say and wait for the answer? Or is that part of his turn?
Honestly, you know,
No.
I don't know, that whole speaking only on your turn thing is kind of silly because really these 6 seconds are happening in synchronously,
At the
like
same
we're all
time.
doing shit.
Yeah,
So
you're like...
really we should have 6 seconds each say what we're trying to
I mean, it's
say.
not really like that though, because if someone gets downed at some point during that turn, they lose their action if their action didn't take place before they were downed.
That's true. That's why it's kind of
So-
hokey.
Yeah,
Little
it's a
weird.
little hokey. So let's say you're going to use your turn. If you want to attack, you can attack. But if you want to wait to the answer of if you should attack, you need to wait until your next turn.
Like,
And
if
that-
you want to play it real clean, don't say anything, hold your action, wait till you see other people act, and then say,
That's-
I'm going
that's-
now.
Then that's what I'm doing. Okay.
All right, then move yourself back where you were. All right, Draven has cast Scorching Ray. All right, you have hit, so he's making a Constitution saving throw, which he
Can I portent a 3 on one of his Constitution rolls?
Brilliant!
he can, can't he?
Yep.
Uh,
All right, you break it.
Thank
You
you.
have
Hell
portented,
yeah.
All right.
and he takes the damage.
Is there any change in the mayor at this point?
Yes, his eyes flash back.
Before my turn ends, can I yell to the mayor, "Mayor, please stop this action. Call
You
the guards
can.
off." The
And he
dwarf,
looks
the dwarf is
confused. He
controlling
looks at-
you.
He looks at you and says, "What? Huh? All right, dwarf's turn. Boom! Mayor's eyes are back the way they were.
Oh, fuck that.
Oh boy.
And he's.
but
he
wouldn't
hits him
that
again.
wouldn't that be the dwarf's action then?
That is the dwarf's action, so he can't do another thing.
All right.
He is-
So I want
He's
to
cast a
attack them.
spell. Well, let's wait till his turn's over. All right.
Yeah.
Wait. Whoa. Hold on. Let's be technical. Would he have
wait.
attacked? Would he have attacked after Draven's turn or after the dwarf's turn?
Well,
I think to be
depends.
technical,
I guess
he would have
after
seen
Draven's turn.
he would have seen Draven attack, and then he would
Yeah.
have attacked. So go ahead, do your attack. You hit. All right, he takes the damage. No sneak attack because you're in line of sight of him and not within 5 feet.
Yep, no worries.
All right, now in his turn, he puts the mayor back under.
But
How
And,
is this a good strategy for him? He's gonna get fucking wrecked.
he puts the mayor under and then then runs back into the barracks. Wait, let me double check and make sure he can do that.
I was gonna say because that he's breaking line of sight that way.
I don't know that he needs line of sight. We'll see. I gotta look it up. 1 hour. Oh, I'm sorry. It's not a concentration spell. Never mind. It's not a concentration spell. I apologize.
Well, that changes a lot then.
Yeah, so let's retcon it then. My apologies. I forgot it was not. So yeah, you hit him, and the mayor still stays under. Cam, you hit him because you saw Draven hit him. He takes the damage, and there you go.
So what's the dwarf doing then if it's the dwarf's turn?
Dwarf's running into the barracks. And
is the mayor under control then?
For 1 hour. Yep. So mayor's under control. There's no saves the mayor can do. He already failed his save because he's just a regular.
Fuck?
I mean,
why do I feel like we just really got fucked over there?
You attempt to charm a humanoid you can see within range. It must make a wisdom saving throw, which he failed.
You don't have to explain yourself. It's fine.
I mean, I'm just telling you that this is a pretty straightforward charm spell. He's not doing anything complicated.
Okay. All right. No, I don't have any questions.
Okay. Does anybody else have any questions about the charm spell, how it works, or what it does?
All I know is that I'm making eye contact with Draven, and then I'm looking in the direction of where that guy just went, because it's my turn, right?
Yep, and he escaped into the barracks, and you don't know what he did while he was in there, but he is gone.
Like on one hand, I need to probably pursue him a bit, but on the other hand, I don't want to leave you guys out here with the guards and the mayor.
Maybe we could reason with the guards. And
yeah, Jacob's. Yeah, let's do that.
We could reason with them. They know the mayor's acting weird, and I know that
guy can't control all of them.
He's controlling the mayor. I detected it.
All right, your turn, Argus. What are you doing?
I'm going to stop. I'm going to move here.
Okay.
On the other side of the mayor.
Yep.
And if he tries to get from me to the barracks to where his buddy is, I'm going to attempt to grapple him.
Sure. Anything else?
And let's see, is there any magical shit that I can do?
The guards can hear you. Tell them to throw down their weapons.
Oh, here. Actually,
super meta.
What I'm going to do is... No, I'm not going to do that. That would look really bad. I was going to use command. Hey, if someone's charmed, but then they're charmed by someone else, what happens, I wonder?
I don't know.
This guy's brain explodes.
The guy's brain explodes and he falls over and dies.
Oh, this is excellent, because if one charm can overwrite another charm, then we good, everyone. We good.
Let's see what the internet says.
Charms don't override or preempt each other unless it's called out in the rules. Quick answer.
Wah, wah.
Does the charm need line of sight?
Well, they don't override or preempt.
Well, no,
that doesn't say anything.
I mean, I like the cleverness, but I'm thinking probably no. I mean, it's a one-word command. What would you tell him to do? Halt?
Halt would be precisely.
So then he would hold still and do nothing, and the knights would still come in on you. He's
Yeah,
already given his command.
Then the charm would be over, and if I'm wondering if the charm erases any previous charms on the guy.
I don't know.
Oh, well, there you go. The spells and abilities that impose the charmed condition don't cancel previous charmed conditions.
All
They
right.
can have the effects at the same time, but okay, so never mind.
All right.
It was too clever for this
It was
world.
too clever. It was good. Yeah, too clever for this world. Sorry.
Yeah, I can't really.
Oh, this is totally Lord of the Rings music.
Oh, I know. That's why I put that in there. I was like, I'm totally enjoying it.
I think I'm just gonna go with the original.
All right, grappling.
Original plan. Yeah, if he tries to move away from me or past me, I'm grappling him.
All right, knights are moving in.
He's just like he's just a non-combatant mayor asshole, right?
I mean, he's not an asshole. He's just
he's just a regular asshole.
He's just a guy. You feel like if you hit him with a mace, you can knock him out without trying. He's just a guy.
I do not want to do that.
All right, so tons of dudes are just pouring out at you guys, and Jacob's gonna come out, and he's gonna use his action to say, "Guys, stop! These are our friends, please. What are you doing?" And so he's going to try to persuade these guys not to attack. So you've got a bunch of guys who've come in on you.
Hey, real quick,
can I give him the help action on that one?
You
it's not my turn, right?
Can you throw a little marker on Jacob's knight versus the rest of them? Just
yeah,
so that he's a little.
I'm gonna tint him. Jacob's the yellow one. All right, so he's rolling. He's gonna roll persuasion. Oh, he rolled pretty high. So let's see. They need to roll what against his persuasion? Let's see. Just a charisma check? Assuming, right?
What's that?
If he persuades them, the check against that is what, charisma?
There is no check against persuasion.
So he just tries to persuade them. How do you tell if somebody's persuaded or not?
Usually, the way adventures are written, the person has like a DC for whether or not they can be convinced of something. So, what's the DC of being persuaded by their captain versus being persuaded by their mayor versus being persuaded by their mayor, who they suspect is under the influence of something?
All right, I'm gonna have the mayor.
Who do they trust more? I guess. You may not even need to roll a persuasion if they trust the guard more than they trust the mayor.
I mean, he rallies. Come on, guys! Come on! So that's going to be his turn, and they've all approached, and they're just going to pause for a minute. And they haven't attacked you guys. They're just kind of in on you, and they're like, huh. Like, maybe these guys did help us. Then it's the mayor's turn. And the mayor's going to say, "Guards, what are you doing? Do you forget who runs this town? These guys, they tortured us. They're fugitives. They escaped from jail." And then they're like, "Oh yeah, they escaped from jail. Fuck these guys."
But they were like part of that.
Yeah, they were.
I mean,
they were part of that.
They were not all part of it. A few of them were part of it. The other guy was part of it. But then what happened is the mayor convinced all of them that he was an asshole. He's in jail. Because, I mean, if really they were on his side, they could have just not put him in jail and just overthrew the mayor. But he convinced them.
So easily persuaded.
I mean, they're just their jobs, they're like the fucking desk workers of town's guards. They don't really care. They're just like, the boss told me, and I don't know. They're all confused. So they're just like, listen, just come quietly. Let's just go sit down and talk this all out in the nice, comfy beds in jail. It's what they're pleading to you. And the mayor's going to try to flee. So he's disengaging. And he's running towards his house. So he's going to just run this way.
What?
He's disengaging, right? He can do that. He's not attacking.
I'm holding my action to grapple him. That's not my react. I mean, like, I'm using my reaction to use my action.
Okay, roll your grapple.
I'm not using my reaction as an opportunity attack. I'm using it as my full round action.
And he can't disengage from a grapple?
Nope.
Okay.
Not when I'm using my full round action on him.
All right. He's trying to run. Grapple him. You easily grapple him. He's weak. All right. He's grappled.
Just
he can't
kind
move.
of grab him by the shoulders and say, "Hold on a second," in a very calm tone.
I mean, this is not a calm situation.
I'm
squirming.
being calm, despite.
He's trying to show the guards that.
Yeah. Nope, that's not going to hold him. He's squirming. He wants to get away from you. You're going to have to pretty forcibly restrain him if you want him.
I am an enormous bear.
True. If you have a guy who really wants to get away from you, you can't just casually grab him by the wrist haphazardly.
Fine, then I shall give him a bear hug.
You're grabbing him. All right. As a reaction.
So I do not have my weapons on me.
As a reaction, the guards say, "He's captured the mayor! Get them!" You've done a good job of convincing them now that you are not friendly.
But I'm smiling while I do.
They can't
It looks more like a growl.
like your teeth are all like, "Arr!" and they're all creeped out.
I'm very charismatic!
You are very charismatic. And if they spoke bear, they might know that. Varys.
I speak good comprehending here.
Could Varys possibly convince them to let us go and we'll give him back to Mare?
He can try, but you don't... he could try.
I mean, roll like a...
Persuasion.
Well, hold up. Let me finish my turn, okay?
You've grappled him.
I am grabbing him.
Are you dragging him?
I turn towards the guards and I say, "Look at this man. Is this how your mayor acts? Is this how your mayor has been acting before that dwarf came into your town?"
Roll persuasion. Shit.
I mean,
you
they're
made a good
just
point.
Shitty guards who don't know anything.
That's true. Shitty guards who rolled a 16 charisma check, so they...
That's not like a thing.
That's
It's a thing
Killing
now.
my soul gem.
Or instead of having arbitrary random numbers assign whether or not creative actions work, you just
you
decide based on
bear
logic.
grab their mayor. They were listening to your argument. They were listening. If you rolled a decent persuasion, they were going to maybe listen. But
if they're pawn guards, they would have like a 1 or 2 wisdom at best.
No,
I don't know why
knights.
I bother speaking words if a roll is going to determine whether or not the words worked.
Well,
just tell me to roll next time, and I won't say anything. Okay?
No, because the words take into account as well. I considered both. I lowered the DC you were going to need for that persuasion check in my head. I did. I promise.
Okay, it wasn't a DC. You said you rolled charisma checks, Gem.
Yeah. Well, I was doing crazy math in my head. Trust me, it's fine. Don't contest me.
Jim,
I'm gonna go to the bathroom. I'll see you later.
All right, go to the bathroom. Varys.
Varys.
That's perception, not persuasion.
I know. I hit the wrong button.
All right.
He just tries to kind of go on what Argus was saying.
Go ahead.
You guys know everything's changed since that dwarves come. Talk to Jacob here. He trusts us. We brought you guys these gems to save your village.
All right, go ahead, roll.
There we go. Oh,
crit.
All right, perfect. They stop, and then these guys are gonna take the reaction and be like, "Huh." This guy's gonna say, "Whoa, hold up. Yeah, this dwarf, shit's been kind of shitty since the dwarf came." And then this guy down below him, he's gonna be like, yeah, what the fuck, this dwarf? And this guy's over here is gonna be like, yeah, that motherfucker hasn't paid me in 2 weeks. And then this guy over here is gonna be like, yeah, you know what, you're right. This dwarf's a dick. Fuck the dwarf. Fuck the dwarf. Fuck the dwarf. Fuck the dwarf. All right, so you guys have rallied the town guard. They're on your side. They agree. They back away. They're no longer holding you hostage.
Well, wait, guys, go fuck the dwarf. Come on, what are you doing?
They're like, yeah, let's go get the dwarf. And right at that second, is Max back?
Oh, God. Fuck shit.
Crash
right
log!
at that second, you hear, halt! And you see, you guys have not been paying attention to the gate at all. The gate is wide open. There are no guards at the gate. You guys are just skirmishing and being fucking assholes over here and doing your thing. And you see, as you have been doing that, what has walked up to the gate is...
I'm back.
So, to give you, Varys continued on your persuasion, critically succeeded, and said, Argus is making a good point. And one guard's like, yeah, you know what? Jacob's right. That dwarf's a dick. Another guy's like, yeah, fuck that little bastard. A third guy's like, that motherfucker hasn't even paid me this week. So then the guards are like, yeah, you know what? Fuck this guy. These guys are real assholes. And then At that minute, you guys realize all the guards are in the center of town surrounding you, and nobody's at the gate. And you hear, "Halt! Where's our gems?" And boom! There's a fuckload of orcs and other guys at the gate. So, that is the state of affairs. Shall we keep going, or shall we next time on DBZ?
I'm fine with the next time.
I'll leave it up to you guys. But in the midst of all your fighting and other stuff, there were no guards at the gate. Everybody was in the center of town dealing with this shit for a while. And boy, these orcs just strolled right on in.
I think we should go hide in the inn and let these guys sort it out. They got the gems.
I mean, these guys are here. So, but before we go on any further, do we want to stop here or do we want to finish this encounter? I'm going to leave it completely up to you guys.
Do you have like a general idea how long that might be? If you had to guess.
Probably a long time.
I'm going to say half an hour.
I could do a half hour. That's about it.
I mean, I can't guarantee it's going to take half an hour.
Sure,
I think
I
around half an hour for this to play out.
I think probably should hold us till next time.
You want to hold it?
That way
I mean,
we're fresh.
this is
plenty of
a
time
good.
to deal with
Yeah,
it.
this is a good point to hold it.